Alright, looks like we're fixed. Welcome on into the stream, everyone. Of course, last second there, the mic decided it was going to commit seppuku and not come on into work. Welcome, Brian. Welcome, Just Yes. Good to see you. Curse of the mic got stronger. It sure did. Thankfully, though, it was one I was looking for. I just couldn't fix it as fast as normal. But let's go ahead and get back to things. So we have added on in the Immortal landmarks mod. So hopefully, as I was saying, we are having issues with the mods working. So we've got Immortal landmarks on in. We could not remove OVN Lost World. That was not allowed. So we'll see if things work out. I've been having quite a few issues with crashes over there on our Trick Stab campaign. So if we have those here, just please be patient with me, and we'll get right back on it as quick as we can. Good day to you. Probably made you the prime opportunity to test out something. What are we testing? Here for prime opportunities. Let's get to grips with where we left off last. So we had Zhao Ming, Paul and Sheik up here to get ready to fight with Grimgor. Gelt is right in the way too. Full Metal Alchemist. We'll see if you can be any use for us. See, this is Zark Face Smasher. We can probably handle it with any of our armies single-handedly. Let's get Zhao Ming. Where are you at? Get over here, brother. Let's get moving up this way.
Good time.
We will drop into that ambush stance right here. 100% chance sounds nice. Over here we have the bridge map, so unless there's another 3 or 4 armies hiding back up here, I think we're in good shape. Baby has his first SSD on hand. I'll see if you can get the Game & Watch. Oh, that'd be awesome. What campaign are you diving on into then, Brian, to do some testing? Since I missed on the other streams, I'll say it here, but your Siege of Dragonhof is also one of my favorite siege battles ever. I appreciate that. I do wish we would have had some Amethyst rocket batteries that would have made it even funner, or even more fun, but not quite the case. Yan Yang will bring you up here to do some scouting, but stay in our territory to boost up our money making, please. So Sister Meow's holding the gates pretty well. We have Zaton and Village up there, but they look like they're pretty weakened. I mean, they're just going to keep sending bigger and badder stuff after us, so we'll have to keep them in mind at some point here. I remember we wiped out the entirety of the foolish Druki. So you're at Chimai. Swap things back over to being balanced. Just upgrade all of our growth buildings over here. The Zhu we could upgrade. I think we will not. And we have most of Cathay already under our control, don't we? Alright, Zhao the Comet. We need you to get over here towards Shangyang quite quickly.
Let the men sleep.
Let the men sleep. More gold here out of the Baleful Hills. And for the Wujing Compass. I do like making more money. But also I really like the Celestial Intervention. Just having a nuke for us is always lots of fun. We can really hurt everything beyond the wall too, so let's go ahead and swap from the Great Bastion over to the Dragon Emperor's Wrath. This one should give us still the defensive supplies and replenishment rate for some time. Listen, we like dropping big purple rocks on fools. Nessa on Old World. I'm looking to see if the all-faction monster hunting mods work on this map. I've simultaneously stolen your Lost campaign ID, and I'm doing that too. That sounds like a good bit of fun. Nessa is someone we will be piloting here before too long, especially with all the changes to the ogres. So she already got, I think, man-eaters with pistols, and now we could get man-eaters with pistols and Mordfang Cav in the same armies, and have her have almost a full-blown ogre army. Who else needs to be moved?
General.
We were rolling with you, so the mods, I can figure out how to speak here. The units that are going to be struggling here are coming from the Eustace artillery pack. So that's the things like the Iron Hail Cannon, our Juggernaut, our 2 mortars, and the Bastion Cannon, and our Divine Lance battery. So those will be the ones that, okay, also the Dragon Breath Gunners. Hopefully,
Leader of
no
men.
problems. Caravan Dispatch available. I think things are still extremely dangerous. Yeah, especially with Grimgor controlling the entirety of the Mountains of Morn. We will have to wait until at least we've claimed a couple of the territories back.
Oh, Shangyang.
Alright, let's see if Gelt gets bopped here. You should get a campaign going with Cathay that lasts more than 20 turns. I agree. Cathay's a ton of fun. I'm gonna put them on equal footing with the Dawi. So I have 3 favorite. Oh, I guess, oh man, I like too many of the factions. Balthazar, this is the most brave I have ever seen a man of the Empire be.
I shall be victorious.
Alright, fair enough. Whatever you think. Now we have extra damage on everyone. That's going to be really good for the orcs, but they look like they're also fighting against the undead, are actually making some gains against the orcs. I love to see it. So we're going to keep...
Speed and unity win the
This is our Lion army.
first among
Lion...
warriors.
Skylanders need to be replaced with their bigger, badder variant. Can we get them anytime soon? Likely not. I think we have them from... Okay, so up to tier 5. We're getting there just slowly. I know, that means Gorsh is winning, and we can't have that. Gorsh is so much easier to deal with, though, than Grimgor. It's not even funny. Yeah, the undead have some scary forces, but they're a little bit outdated. And so they're very easy to blob up and kill, even if they're rolling with nothing but Cryptors. Oh no, see, Rictus being this far in is also scary. And good old Nurgle has defeated Drazoith. Man. Tomercons, come on down from the mountains. Dude, we're gonna have lots of enemies soon.
Get
Zhao Ming.
out of my mind.
We're gonna bring you up here with a Zhao Shengwan, and I'm gonna try to do some global recruiting to retrofit your army up quite a bit.
Unswerving duty.
What can how we can get the war elephants going? Hang on now. These large beasts crush any who would foolishly fall in its path. I don't think the war elephants were in the pack previously. But now they are, and they are a Yang unit, so that means they will gain all the benefits from Zhao Ming's skills, right?
Of service.
Melee units. I don't see the elephant in here, though. Probably just because it's a gigantic list. Alright. Well, I want at least 2 Terracotta Sentinels, and I want, I think, 4 winged... These aren't winged Lancers, these are the... Oh, man. Great Longbow Riders. It's been a little bit since we played Cathay. Man, but what is Grimgor doing? He is... I don't know, he's having a party. He came down here pretty quickly. He claimed Greasus' Great Hall extremely quick. He always does. I don't know, every time I see Grimgor coming on through here, I am reminded that it's just going to get worse going forward. I think we want the Celestial Barracks here. It's so expensive. We can at least get in the Elite Dragon Guard and the Crossbow variant. And then I really like going for the Conscription Field, but let's snag some more money. We are currently sitting at Yen 1, so we'll switch it back into being balanced. Yeah, we'll go for gold. We're making a ton, but you can always make more. Especially because we're going to be retrofitting all these armies here.
Yields countless gifts.
Zhao Ming, you could really use a couple of lions too. So let's go ahead and get rid of a couple of these Jade Warriors. They have served us well. And honestly, look at their defense. This is a tier 2 unit. It's got 95 armor, 37 attack, 51 defense. They hold the line until the bitter end, but you have better units. So Jade Lion, we can't afford both. Well, listen. You win some, you lose some. The Rakoff Dynasty. Yeah, if you all weren't poor, I would absolutely go ahead and sign some deals. Miao Ying is thinking about confederating. We'll go ahead and keep her own faction for as long as we can there, because she gets all of the benefits from a very hard AI faction, and we'll let those be our own benefits as well.
Establish a safe route.
You can hang out in Shangyang, and we can start retrofitting your army too, so it's a whole bunch of army fixing.
Forbidden elixirs.
You stay here, we like the money you make. Really, we don't really care about any of the other factions except for Cathay anyway. So, excuse me. Old Tornado Beard wants to get ejected out of an airlock. Cathay will need to get ready because Grimgor's going to get even better with the next DLC. That's what I was saying. Like, imagine the We don't know exactly everything that's confirmed, but they said Colossal so many times. The Colossal Squig is at least something I'm thinking is going to happen. And just Grimgore with Colossal Squigs and Blackworks sounds like a bad time. Plus, the Blackworks are getting a new variant. So they'll have a shield and sword and board unit that'll be even better at holding the line. Your normal Orc Boys, because Orc Boys are terrible. At least into the late game. They're Tomb Kings, they're always poor. Although in an aforementioned Lost campaign, I did manage to pilfer Kalita for almost like 15,000. That's pretty great. You do all the other things with Scar Branding, make that pillaging. You can make something like 50,000 gold a sack with, even on the likes of Kalita, which is pretty hilarious. Get rid of these normal peasant archers. I want Zhao to have shotguns. He's already got the tigers. Good old battle cats.
No kingdom compares with Cathay.
Exactly. The Juggernauts are interesting, but they do lie on how much ammo they have. They do not have 4. They shoot these things for days.
Muster to our strengths.
Oh, peasant horse archers too. They have terrible range. I'm talking, that is awful.
To disorder.
It's better than anything else Cathay has, but still. I mean, there's also the Iron Hail cannons. So instead of Iron Hail guns, we could just go Iron Hail cannons. Equivalent in firepower to an entire regiment. Yeah. We'll want these soon. We can get a Cathay and mortar. Can we get any of the stronger stuff? No. Alright, so Zhao, you chill out for a moment. We want the upgrades to really go to Papa Zhao.
Potential.
I'm thinking the Bandits of the Silver Road are going to go ahead and find a new home.
Attention.
Just peasants. Let's go ahead and grab these crossbows that came from the northern provinces. That way we have access to more of those. We'll kick them out here.
Blacksmith.
See yous.
Instrument of the divine.
He has lots of fire coming out of this army anyway, so all of them will benefit from catching people on fire. Hey Shinlong, welcome on in. Good to see you.
The magistrates can watch from the rear.
Alright, let's get to fixing up Zhao Ming's army. I would like everything here to be nothing but Dragon Guard, but we'll get there. Okay, so I want the Jet Lion. It is basically the Uno reverse card on any kind of spellcasters. There we go, one more slot. We've got the one Fire Rain. I wouldn't mind an additional cannon. Just a normal cannon. We can make something else be kind of the Iron Hail variant, which these are much more like your Hillblaster volley guns. They fire and then they rotate each time. It's actually really cool animation. Can I get the Longer Riders through Global yet? Let's find out. No is the answer. Okay, well, that's something we would want to work on. Because these Jade Lancers I'd like to trade out for Longer Riders, but I guess in the meantime, you need an Alchemist Tower for the War Elephant. I was bamboozled. Still, plenty of space.
General.
Alright, Comet Zhao, you've got 2 Jade Lances here. You will give the Iron Hail Cannons. We get 2 of them. We'll probably go for 3 Iron Hail Cannons. And then replace the Grand Cannon with maybe a Fire Rain Rocket or one of the Flyers. Wonder what alchemy has to do with elephant taming, though. Well, you give them special... I don't know what elephants eat. Hay? I've seen them eat hay. Give them special hay, and it's mind control hay. Good stuff. Not super humane, but that's what we're here for. We're dragons.
So many
Building upgrade. We'll go ahead and ignore all this, including our caravan dispatch. And see if Grimgore wants to come fight. Bring it, Jenkins. Such a weird mash of armies up here in the Mountains of Morn. Maybe there's drugs involved. That's what I was figuring. Either that or they have special runic collars they have to craft for them that need a mixture of magics and alchemy. It's likely what you're saying, though. Exiles of Khorne are gone. Rest in peace, Scarbrand. You tried your best. All the world envies Cathay's most grandiose technologies, but it's in the smallest of things. There's the cogwheels, no larger than a hummingbird's eye, that we truly innovate. Extra range for all of our elite crossbows. Or I guess all of our crossbows in general, and then more armor piercing damage too. Jenkins was discovered ambushing. Nice try, bud. Looks like there's likely another army in there, too. He's just letting the undead annihilate them, which is an interesting strategy.
I am the supreme.
Looks like Gelt lost a battle with Rictus, or maybe he won and now he's fleeing to recuperate. Man, they're very brave running around in March stance against the Skaven. That's how you lose everyone. Spoiler alert. Let's leave everyone where we're at for now. A guy in ambush, though, come forward ahead of Zhao Ming. Making close to 10,000 gold a turn. Is pretty incredible. So while I would love more artillery, in the meantime, we'll go ahead and take another flyer. So we'll grab a Celestial Lion to scare people off.
Servant of the
Anything that's a melee unit is going to make Zhao Ming happy. Go for a Celestial Observatory here. More gold. Gold Fever seems to be the way. A compound. What does the Village of the Moon give us? We've got the Moonwood Lumberyard. Deep within the Forest of the Moon lies a pitch-black tree, yielding lumber as strong as freshly forged iron. Saplings of the tree have been planted all over the forest, and lumberyards established nearby. No doubt foreign traders will be eager to get their hands on this wood. From the moon. Like the wizards that used to come from the moon. 45 moon wood. Construction cost reduction in the local province. Extra trade tariffs. Construction time reduction for all buildings faction-wide. And then some yen. Faction-wide yen harmony. Interesting. Let's go ahead and throw in, since we're going to have to deal with the yen bonus, we'll go for the Labor Conscription Bureau here. And we'll go ahead and upgrade the Village of the Moon, that we can get into the new landmarks there. We'll see how many extra landmarks we get. Over here at the Plains of Jin, we'll do the same with, we're in Yang, so we'll switch over here and grab the tea parlor. Just back into yen. All things in balance. Shiwu has the Obsidian Trinket Maker, don't mind if I do. We're being a little bit arrogant here. We do have to wait, though, before getting more of the Iron Hell Cannons in, so. Alright, on to our next technology. Yang Kiln drops construction time for Yang buildings. Melee attack for all Yang units. I quite like what gives us extra melee defense. Armor for all of our lions. That could be pretty useful. Literature for peasants. Stock for peasants. Income from faction settlement plus 50%. That's pretty solid. Rank and ammunition for all of our Jade crossbows. And then melee defense for all Yin characters. Let's go ahead and come through the middle here towards the Sea Dragon's Edict, and we get into the widened roads, give us more access to more caravans, which we can't use right now, but we will eventually. Sea Dragon Edict and up to Mastery of Yang.
My gift to the people.
A gift to the people.
Celestial General.
He is the saddest. He's the saddest looking. Every time I come into the gate, Master, he looks so upset that he is being forced to wear all of this. We'll come on in and make our Gate Master harder to hit.
Instrument of the Divine.
Same thing here with the other Zhao. A little bit of a boring turn, but we'll get some fights with the Greenskin soon. I'm awake, I'm awake. Hey, Great Wicker Grudges. Just in time. Cetra Thorek must be rolling if Scarbrand's dead. We can go take a look here pretty soon. It's so weird that the Imperials are just sitting here in March, and Grimgor's not taking advantage. He must be real scared of the undead. Alright, the Comet is a charismatic lad now, and now we need to impress the neighbors. Razor sack a settlement belonging to any of the following enemies of Sister Meow.
I spend too much.
Are they just trying to lure us into an ambush, or what are they do? Oh no, they're going through the north.
I should trade.
They just went the other way. Alright. That's super lame. Like, we absolutely can't beat you in a straight up fight, so therefore, activate sneaky mode.
Here, we shall plan.
Yeah, we're in trouble now. Can't sally forth and fight them because he is recruiting currently.
Blood, don't.
Oh boy.
You are doomed.
We're not gonna have a turn to get another unit either, are we? Let's try to go ahead and grab the Uno Reverse card with the Jet Lion, but I don't think we'll have time. We got played pretty good there. Zhao Ming, it's time for you then to get aggressive.
In search of Warpstone.
General.
Gore's down here too? What is happening? The conquests are quite strange. Alright, so you, secondary Zhao, you roll up with Zhao Ming. We're gonna have two. Everyone needs a battle buddy. And that'll hopefully keep us alive. Let's get an additional lord in over here. So we already have a couple of, we have one Lord Magistrate, several Celestial Generals. Go ahead and grab a Dragon-Blooded Shogun Gun. Yao, the Bureaucrat. Unyielding or the Martial Artist. I'd rather not spend any gold on them, so let's just go ahead and grab our Bureaucrat here. Even if she doesn't have necessarily very good combat stats. It's like Kramer's playing the game or something.
To serve me
Something's going on. That is absolutely facts. Battle Cats are pretty cheap. I mean, truthfully, they're very cheap for what they're capable of, so just go ahead and grab a bunch of them. Then one set of Peasant Spearmen through Global. Probably, if we can get some allied troops. I mean, if only war wagons weren't so meh. Let's do cannons. We'll save you, Shenyang.
General of the Celestial Host.
Defenders here aren't too bad, but there's gonna be a lot of orcs moving in. What are the walls? We have at least have the cannonballs coming in for tower defenses. That makes a heap of difference. Go ahead and upgrade the observatory there. Taizu, we could take.
From celestial glory.
I mean, the Goods Emporium we can take up to next year. I don't think we need to. We can't have Jingpo though, since it's making so much gold from all the other goodies there. 5,700 for the Standing Stones. Something we need quite badly, actually. Extra attack when fighting the pretty much all of the forces of chaos, and then destruction. Growth and research. Pretty amazing.
Dragon's love is in doubt.
Dragon's love is in doubt. Indeed, we need to hurry up and fix up your control. Let's go on in and grab the conscription office to help out with that control. Can't have any rebellions coming up and over there.
Fire and metal shall save us all.
Let's hope. Can you go ahead and... Oh no, all you can do is hinder replenishment. So just go ahead and join up with
I have
Comet.
not lost my mind.
I have lost my mind. Alright, then go join with Xiao Yao on her way in.
The House of Secrets.
Stay near... I don't know, it's gonna be kind of tough to get everyone together. That's alright, turn around and see what the greenskins try. At least this army can't make it over to Shenyang, so it's just Zark. Wouldn't be surprised if they choose to fight, though, to stop us from recruiting in those Iron Hail cannons. I'm honestly interested in seeing an Eshin campaign one day. I want to see Cathay burn. Fair? A new perspective. Albeit a slightly chaotic one. I think Nurgle is affecting you. But we could come on in here and fight this one with an auto-resolve. Which I think would be lame. They're gonna come right on in to fight Shenyang. Have ourselves a Helm's Deep style defense of what should be the capital for Zhao Ming, but isn't. I'm gonna go ahead and quick save too, just in case there's any kind of crash stuff. We can just get right back here. Let's do it. But just yes, an Eshin campaign is definitely not off the table. Just we played so many times over here in Cathay. When I do a new campaign, I try to ping pong around the map a little bit. That way we're getting different enemies and different geography to look at, and different maps, as much as we can. Looking for the trolls here. I figured you would be. I'm excited for this siege battle. I am too. Good to see you, Angel of Light. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Another better one than the people of Shangyang are about to be. Wait for the DLC announcement first, before going back to Clan Eshin. Ooh, the fog is being funky. I really wish we could wake these Guardians up. That'd be so useful. They're lazy. They're attacking from this side. And the reinforcements are coming in from where we have no towers. I actually think that's entirely fine. Still want to set someone up over here to wait for them. We don't really have any archers that are not needed, so we'll probably just not. Let's go ahead and set crew up so we know who we've got. So these are all of our spear units. Unarmored spears. Grab these peasant horsemen and put them all the way over. So that they can come out of the gate and just be a nuisance. They play tag with someone, a deadly game of it for a while. They won't win, but... Bring the battle tigers. I'm gonna put them here. How far can the Juggernaut shoot? The answer is not very. So probably want to put it over here. I'm also not sure if these murder turtles can fire up and over the walls either. We're gonna find out the hard way.
They will not bring disorder.
Pretty sure this model comes straight out of, or at least the idea of this design comes straight out of the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Zhuge Liang, I'm never gonna be able to say that name right, but Zhuge Liang created them to take out the Nanman tribes. Crossbows. Cannons are gonna have a hard time firing too, but if they can just kind of plink away at those, hold them back just far enough where they can plink away, hopefully, at this rock lava. Thankfully, this is not a mage, just a normal old goblin war boss, so got two of them, huh? Two of them.
The celestial faithful.
Mentally trying to wrap my head around commanding this many troops is kind of what we're doing at the moment. So Dragon Guard, we'll put them right at the gates because they'll completely stop those trolls cold. Proper warriors. Honestly, we could probably put up on the walls over there, and they could hold forever against those orc boys. That might be something we do. Alright, so Yumi crossbows. With the least amount of armor, we're gonna go ahead and put them over here. Protect from the squigs, the boar boys are gonna flank wide. I am gonna go ahead and deploy a lot of our crossbows on the walls, though. Blink. Shotgun troops, I went all the way over here.
The celestial faithful.
Put it a little bit more than you are. How many more crossbows do we have left? Okay. Every one of the walls can get extra range and a little bit of resistance. If I see the catapults doing a lot of damage to the walls, we'll pull them off quickly. Deploy these crossbows here at the top of this kind of cliff thing. Also a little bit more forward. Hopefully we want to hit any friendlies with our cannons. Alright, so human spears. Like we're not already, when like Cathayans aren't humans. The people from the Empire, they're lesser.
Ready for war! The Empire ensures.
The gate had better not be open.
Praise the dragon.
Jade Lances can also go on that merry ride outside the walls. Zhuge Liang? Zhuge Liang. Yeah, no, see, listen, I'm gonna leave that to other people. We're just gonna call him Mr. Liang. Alright, Purveyor of Bonk. And of course, his 3 crossbow teams. Alright.
Defenders of Cathay.
Want the majority of the warriors over here, and I've changed my mind. We're gonna go ahead and deploy 2 of the halberdiers on Z's side. No one else really backing them up. They'll be fine. Astromancer in here. We'll somehow find a way to get everyone organized, or just not. Battle going. I'm gonna save for a higher tier tower here. 2,000.
For our
Quickly,
family,
quickly.
that is to be embraced, not feared.
Go after the rock
For the
lavas.
celestial and for all Cathay.
Didn't have someone on this tower over here, so let's go ahead and get them over there quickly.
Order and balance. March in ordered ranks. Spears.
I mean, I can pretty much just send you out here to go deal with
Moving.
any of these units I so choose.
Stand in my way.
Extra resistances for all of you.
I must overwhelm.
He's so quick, Zhao the Comet. Go deal with his with Night Goblin.
Mine as
Well, actually, no. The shotguns will deal with the Night Goblin. We'll go ahead and hunt down this group of Orc Arrow boys.
Cut them down.
They're not doing a good job of making it to the walls, are they?
defenders.
Shotguns, although he's hiding in the woods pretty well. Let's fire on those river trolls. Step forward.
Infinite crime.
Looks like the Juggernauts are doing friendly fire. Let's see if we can't hit this group of trolls instead.
For Cathay.
Cannons.
For the Emperor.
Again, I think they're doing friendly fire too much. Go more reload skill and advance just a smidge. Well past that 2,000. Is there a better tower position here? No. Rocket tower it is. That looks like some of the sneaky boys have made it to the wall, so we'll go ahead and pull you back.
Seeking Cathay's
Have the Bladesmen step in.
With joy.
With joy.
Ready. Behold, I see us.
Zap zap. I love that they've surrounded him, but it does not matter. And get blended.
Maneuvering.
Go ahead and pull away.
As one. Moving.
I actually do think that these Juggernauts here are doing more harm than good.
wind and fire.
Get them back on guard mode. And we'll just bring them back here, so we'll bring the cannons.
Wind and fire. Cannon. Horns.
This will try to make that work.
For money.
Did you get some orcs to the wall here? So pull the shotguns back and some spearmen up.
Warriors.
Was a little bit too slow. Hey, Linkedian. Welcome, thank you. Age of Wonder's looking kind of different today. Did you mod it? Yeah, we've got it modded to look a lot more like Warhammer.
Crossbow.
But
My mind is ready.
welcome, thanks. All the things.
Watching for infidels.
Broke my mind with your generosity.
Attack. Heavens await.
Staff of Wu Jing here. We don't have the best defense. We lost a good deal of these guys on the walls. We didn't need to.
My test begins.
On this side, go ahead and send the cav out now. A little bit slow. We're going to bring them all the way out to this side, and then we can swoop them back around after those archers. Let's do a couple of tier 1 towers here as they work their way in. Battlecat's time to come outside the walls and save our Comet Boy.
The celestial faithful.
Move as wind.
Bring our Halberdiers over just a smidgen.
Right.
Order and
They're not brave enough to come through the walls, and unfortunately, Brian, your trolls have failed you.
this one is
Probably for the last time.
by my hammer.
We say, or Kong Ming, that's his real name. Well, then I will be calling him Kong Ming. Far easier to say.
Minds as one.
Is that right? Go ahead and give them a little bit of extra buff. Those trolls charge on in, and pay the troll toll. Give them the poke. Or just get obliterated. I mean, that works too, I guess. Whatever you boys want to do.
Thought in harmony. First among many.
Alright, we've allowed this Gabo war boss to be alive for far too long. Let's finish him. Send the battle cats to take out the snotling pump wagons. Oh, they're sending their whole army round. I mean, that's a strategy. Halberdiers go take position. Cannonballs are still clearing them up. Let's go ahead and bring you guys over to try to kind of do the same. These spears will rotate to take up that cannon's position.
For Heldenhammer. Moving.
Or
now.
Heldenhammer.
Mage of the celestial court.
Give him the old whirly spin. You were saying a dumb strategy, but a strategy nonetheless.
We await the enemy.
Battle Cat struggled a little bit there on the pump wagon. I was saying, listen, let's see how many of our halberdiers we lost there, actually. I'm happy to put it to the test. It looks like none of them. They just pretended to get hurt. Hey, Zhao, let's bring yourself over here. We've got a pretty big blob. If I can get him caught in one spot, I can hit them all with this meteorite and do a heap of damage. Bring yourself. Also want to start putting in... This is more melee defense. I don't mind that at all. Ooh, see, that's not what I want. Excuse me. Buildings can't be taken back after the deployment phase. We have to make sure this approaching a captain goes down too. So it's Icky the Goblins. Let's go ahead and crash into Icky's force. Buff up yourself. Crossbow teams, let's go ahead and get rotated. There's no real telling where they're going to try to come up on the walls, is there? Where are my juggernauts? Big drum roll through. Juggernaut, if you can come outside the walls, I think that'd be hilarious. Same thing with the cannons. These cav have been completely useless. Let's bring them over. Drop the big meteorite on these guys. Go for the lightning behind them, so there's either the Rock Doom or the Zappy Zap Doom. I mean, that works out fine. We win just like that. Cavalry, Battle Cats. Your target is the captain here. If he falls, this army goes away entirely, even if we can't catch them all.
Cut them down.
Get in there.
Attack.
We can't go to knock him over. Can make our general stronger, though. Battle Tigers, I know I gave you orders. Get in here. Werewolf. Shooting our own tigers. Ligers. Oh my. Come on, everyone. There it is. Now we should be able to have a feast. Get this captain. If not, we'll have to deal with another wall army. Come on, then. Finish him off. All that bonus versus infantry, and they still can't do it. Alright, well, because we can try to get some consolation prizes then. These gobos are leaving. As long as we do get these black orcs, we're in good shape. Peasants aren't going to do much damage. Go ahead and pull the peasants through. Let the Jade Lances and the Tigers do their work. Alright, sweet. Well, that is a pretty good defense. Didn't really lose anything except for garrison defenders. They replenish very quickly. I think next time what I'll do, because our artillery's having a hard time firing over our walls without taking out a whole heap of friendly troops each shot, we might try to, we'll keep them over the other side, and we'll have them sally out rather quickly with a cavalry escort. And then they can just sit there and blast into the guys trying to get up to the walls from the flanks, which I think would be pretty devastating there. Especially since we knew that their reinforcements had nothing but infantry, so... I tried to put the artillery on a barricade. Like one of the ones inside of the settlement to give it more range, or on the actual walls themselves. Because no, I haven't tried putting the juggernauts on the walls. That would be crazy. I know you can with crane guns, which makes them an incredibly important defender for us. So we need to get crane guns in a couple of armies here. Crane guns plus crossbows puts a lot of armies to shame. Honestly, I think it's a scam that you can't put cannons on your walls. I think it is a scam too. I've seen them on the walls from the from some of the very first Warhammer Total War trailers with a Dawi blasting apart the Greenskin invasion from wall-mounted cannons.
Our spirits remain free.
They're definitely trying to avoid battles where you just have nothing but artillery holding a settlement. But at the same time, that sometimes is what would happen. If you've seen it already to the books, especially for Gotrek and Felix, a lot of the big fortress cities that we see in Total War Warhammer are proper fortresses that it would take a gigantic force to do anything about. His ambush was foiled. Jenkins is very brave. Well, we got a Ranger's Axe. A Celestial Lion for the comment. Grey herds come, do they? Another thing for Grimgor to deal with. And the Greenskin hordes are on their way. They're just not doing a very good job of invading. Jenkins, what do you have?
Stop that!
Nothing but goblins.
Get out me head!
So we'll have Zhao. Secondary Zhao here be our
Emperor wills it.
reinforcements.
The
Zhao Ming is
Iron
take the main fight.
Dragon.
Ranger's Axe is weapon, strength, and missile strength. Balanced both swing and throw with equal bite. Oh, this is really good for one of our crossbows. Reback Gate Guardians. He's got
Celestial
a relic
General.
sword. Yeah, see, Ranger's Axe gives him a bump to both. 318 and 418.
Celestial General.
You're good on what you've got there, my friend. We'll go ahead and get one more point into... Yeah, actually, take it back. Scouting's great, but dropping rocks on people from the sky is even better.
Chamon allows it.
Let's do the upgrade to the Plague of Rust on our Alchemist.
Celestial General.
The super speedy Comet Boy we'll go ahead and give... I think we'll start upgrading your units even more. Well, giving you Heroic Killing Blow sounds awesome, too. Let's go for... Deadly Blade. We'll make him a monster. We can go 2 points. Awesome.
Few would turn down such weaponry.
Zhao Ming, let's stomp on some Jenkins here. Oh, don't run.
I hope one day to see
How embarrassing.
as other than a battlefield.
I don't want to fight it without any reinforcements and send
Humility
the other
in
Zhao up into
all
the gate.
things.
That's what I'm gonna do. Shangwan, you're gonna
Subterfuge
control
is
that
the
battlefield. Or Zhao Ming's gonna control that one, and we'll send Shangwan up.
Occupy any passes.
75% chance, looks good to me.
Fire
We'll
and
crush
metal.
Jenkins here. Close victory. Let's fight this one too. Always enjoy exploding greenskins. Yo, good evening. Good to see you, Timosha. Hope you were having a fantastic evening yourself. Well, this loads. I'm gonna go ahead and jump up and grab... Oh, it's a checkpoint. It's a choke point battle. You poor fools. I'm gonna jump up and grab another refill of my drink. That's a lot of choke points just yes? No, you can never have too many choke points. The more you choke them in points, the faster they fall over. It's just science. What is this? It's the isolated hammer of Gork. Alright, well, Lion, that's gonna be your job. Well, actually, hang on, this is a... Ooh, I don't think I've seen this map before. I've played on several Cathay maps. I've never seen this waterfall. You should at least take 2.2 seconds to enjoy the scenery. A happy tyrant is a prosperous tyrant. Do exploding greenskins count as grilled mushrooms? They probably would if you're playing Skyrim. You take them down with a fireball and you get yourself some cooked mushroom. Guaranteed. Let's go ahead and have the warp stone, boys. This is kind of a strange one, where they do have some artillery to soften up our units a little bit. But since our artillery is more accurate, and we have Zhao Ming, also we could rush the Jet Lion up to basically have this thing spike the rounds back down their own throat, which would be hilarious. Lances, you're going to go with the Lion. And our crossbow teams... Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to do. Reorient them. Cathay I like to make very intricate formations for no reason.
Stone and steel.
Okay, so this group is going to be the one we're going to be bringing down the mountainside here. I'm going to set the cannons up. They don't have good firing angles where they're at, but they'll make do.
Grand cannon.
And then the fire rain rockets blasting over the top of them because it doesn't need the same kind of firing arc.
Wind and fire.
There we go. We'll have Zhao Ming ready to stop anyone charging through. These crowmen are starting to become a little bit too flimsy for what we've got here. We'll leave it here. We're not going to have the... Actually, we can pretty easily fix that, but just by bringing the Impalers over here. And now we have the Yang bonus. And fixed. Okay, cool. Let's get all the units. In Father's name. Have these... Well, let's do artillery first and then have the whole flying crew together. Alright, so we're going to start by grabbing all of our infantry. And about to begin. Bring the infantry up very quickly. Zhao Ming, you run right down the center. Before you leave, though. That walk him in almost immediately. Come on in. First cannon shots. Fire rate rocket 2. Incredibly well done. I'm gonna go ahead and wall of wind and fire as they try to come up this choke point here too. Just need to get a little bit closer.
Shaper of steel.
This can go up this way. We can honestly spike the pump. Oh no, we actually made it to the Court Chosen. They already got wiped out. Have you slow these guys down and hurt their leaderships. They're going absolutely nowhere. Zhao Ming. It is wall of wind and fire time. Everything is trying to push through you. Get blasted. Artillery, you fire on them. Back line of gobos here. Cannons go after this general. Yeah, there's no escape. There was only the void. Oh, there's also shooting friends in the back. Run, lads, run! You just don't look, it didn't happen. Pretty sure that's how that works. Back in the air, bring them round. Fire rain rocket, here's your new target. Need this whole squad to rotate. Get up the hill a little bit further. Meanwhile, you guys fight these pump wagons. Get in there. Crash into the back line here. Lion and Longma crew both. Oh no, they actually managed to get some pump wagons round. No! We got a little bit overextended with them. Thankfully, we do have the longer riders right here. And if you turn and fire onto these now, it's not going to be worth it at all.
Attack in unison!
Friendly fire, come on now. Cannon crews, you got to do better than that.
Crossbowmen!
Warriors!
Leaving them isolated did not work out as well as I would have hoped. And the general down though, so we bring them on up. And we can drop the intervention here. Log this whole group down. Yeah, our rocket crews just need to go ahead and fall back. Get up the hill. Swords take the woods there, you guys come through. Zhao Ming, let's go for another wall of wind and fire back down this line. I'm sorry, what? Oh, the whirligigs. Unbreakable night gobos. You two crossbows, step up here.
Celestial fury!
And we got him. I just tried to get a little bit too fancy in it.
Shenyang's faithful! Shaper of iron!
And we'll drop another nuke here, because they deserve it.
Unleashed!
Drop the bombs. Would have had the crowmen on the other side ready to do the bombing. Probably would have got to eat more of them. That's alright. We survived, we broke the wall, and it should be easy to replenish what we lost here. Going to the cannons is unfortunate, but they replenish really quickly.
Defenders of Cathay!
Crowmen are no longer the bee's knees. Listen, I love crowmen. They've let me down so many times that I have to figure out a new way to use them. After units have let me down enough times in a row. See, they work wonders at chasing guys down. Look how fast those air boys went away. Now, the problem is they're very weak in a prolonged fight. Unless you're fighting against other flyers. They annihilate Furies. Excuse me. Excuse me. There we go.
I will.
Look how fast those air boys are deleting. Speed this up. Try to catch more and more units here, especially Gork's hammer. He kills at the crowman up too. 229. Slay this war boss here, although getting him in one more battle is not going to be that big a deal, so let's leave him alone, that way we don't have a full health one to chase down. We better check on those fanatics next time. That'll be the prime target for our crossbow teams. I prefer not to have those whirly mazes of doom rip through my Celestial Dragon Guard again. Those Night Goblins pack a punch. Looks like, thankfully, they only were really doing health damage. So we didn't lose as many of the Dragon Guard as I actually thought we did. They retreated so they're gone now? Oh, sweet. Well, that works even better. Now that's two of the goblin-led armies. Grimgor's hanging out with some weaker war bosses. Oh, 500 kills for Zhao. Okay, listen. Crowman get 300 kills. We'll figure out a way to make him work. You did call. I appreciate the call out, Brian. Because if I don't like Crowman, then who am I? Crisis of identity we can't have. And apologies there, Brigadiers, I missed your comments. We'll get back around to showing. The units you were wanting to see was the Battle Cats. If so, we'll make sure we show them off here next time. Promise I wasn't ignoring you, just completely missed it. Taking replenishment there from those goons. Because I'd like to turn back around and get up here with Zhao Shengguan.
Let us retire.
Keep retrofitting the armies while we can, so it should lure them on down. We've got 2 armies up here. Sneak Brain Basha and Brain Basha and Ooblug. Still a bunch of gobos. Where are the war bosses? Oh, here's one. Gouger the Backstabber.
I crave.
Alright, Zhao Ming, you need to crave War Elephant, but we can't have them. We get Fire Lances, though. Just gonna take 4 turns, which... But never mind, I can't recruit them because I need a Fire Rain Silo. Leave the armies as is for now. All Newport in 1 turn will be able to have the Celestial Dragon Guard, which is something we absolutely are going to start chucking in. I will grab this Sky Lantern
Celestial
lookouts from
General.
Sky Lantern Roosts. So we don't need them in the port. I like the cannonballs for the towers, just because we have plenty of things to deal with infantry. Let's do off their large targets. Spice market here now, and oh, we have multiple. Hang on now, before we go to that spice market, let me just take a look. The House of Secrets. One of 3 Houses of Secrets. This one is highly renowned for its proximity to Warpstone and the ogres living in the nearby Mountains Morn, who are glad to gather the rare plants they encounter on their travels in exchange for meat. Many who make the journey to Cathay take care to visit at least one of the Houses of Secrets. They're not very secret, are they? For their exotic healing flasks, said to be able to heal any wound. Give elemental trait attuned magic. 10% damage resistance when mana is above 15. Demonic grants hatred trait when disintegration gets 25% damage. And what are you I guess mentioning there? A change to those traits, or House of Secrets though gives us alchemists for the province, 6% replenishment faction wide, extra capacity for alchemists, healing flasks for all characters. Oh wow. Okay, so we will likely be grabbing this immediately, but Grand Barracks of Shenyang. Shenyang's Grand Barracks is perhaps the only place in Cathay that gives proper military training to ogres. Man-eaters hired on by Cathay often take a liking to its strong ale and endless supply of local beef and pork, and remain with the lords long after their contracts expire. These ogres are disciplined at the barracks as much as you can discipline an ogre, and sent out to protect the most dangerous regions of Cathay. Chaos Rifts will not appear in this province, which would be great for playing on over in the Rebel Chaos campaign. 10% more movement faction-wide, extra melee attack and defense faction-wide, and Yang faction-wide too. Gives you a garrison of ogres, a Banaga, which I don't even have any clue what that could be, and then recruitment of Cathayan ogres. See a shotgun here though. Is it like a blunderbuss ogre? We'll come back to you, Grand Barracks of Shenyang. I like the idea of healing everyone like crazy. How about we get both? What am I talking about? Ooh, ogres for Zhao Ming.
I spend too much time idle in thought. I should trade.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you stay in camp though for the maximum replenishment.
I see its potential.
I'm glad you do. Alright, we'll go ahead and upgrade the Constellation of the Dragon. That was a very nice explosion. And we can grab Final Transmute too, because you've got all of your spells. Of course, though, in dragon form, he doesn't really get access to any of them. A free potion of healing for all characters in the region. Oh, wow. It looks like he's even stronger than potion of healing. It was like 12 point something percent healing, which is insane. We'll go ahead and upgrade the Goods Emporium here.
The Lord Magistrate stands.
Now we actually have reinforcements. Oh, okay. There's the Erect Rocks. What we want to do with the Stone Whisperer is we're actually going to come up...
ready.
Oh, we'd have to take attrition? That's nasty.
Stone beneath the sands.
How much attrition?
Victory lies ahead.
6 units? That's actually not as bad as it could be.
I'd rather eat a squeak.
You can't reach Shenyang. Huh. Oopalug can. There might be another. No, there's no way there's other armies back there that could reach. So we'll go ahead and drop into.
Invoking.
We have no mages here.
We must replenish.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll be a little bit
Chosen by travel.
more sneaky with this one. We might get punished for it, but we're not to lose any troops on the way in. Okay, so back over in the rest of Cathay. More gold to be made at this trade exchange. Celestial Monastery, we get another a vintner from the first kind. Trolls looking a little bit suspect here, so we'll go ahead and grab the conscription field to help. The temple is tier 3, and it gives us a lot of gold and faction-wide controls, so let's go ahead and bump up our growth here. Seems good. Let's see what else we can get into in terms of trade. Still just the Rakoff dynasty. I'm not interested. We could confederate with Miao Yang, but again, I'm not going to. We'll leave Miao to hold the north, and we will hold the south. With the help of Gelt and the elves.
Dragon-blooded Shugunga, I will not tolerate sloth. It is my calling.
Good to hear.
I permit you to rest.
We'll bring you on over.
Master of Feng Shi.
Go 3 long spears and an archer, and keep on moving with that group. We'll have her have nothing but a peasant squad for now. As alchemists come join up with you.
Let their feet become fleet. Lord of Yin and Yang.
Can I get any more units out of the Golden Order? Yeah, we get even more cannons. I think we'll grab a couple of normal. I'm gonna grab war wagons. We can have some skirmishers with some good armor piercing. I trust in the war wagons more than I trust in chariots. Landmark in the Village of Noon, or Village of the Moon. Interesting. In lore, Banaga is a character and not a unit. He carries something called a bang stick and is quite deaf. So is he? He's a single character ogre. Landmark in the Village of the Moon. I think we already showed that. I already read that, but I think we showed that off. It is the moon, the moon timber. But if not, we'll go and take a look again. We should have plenty of gold next turn to go ahead and grab a few more landmarks. Zhao's ambush was foiled and the wild hunt has kicked on off. By putting ego to one side and working together, there's no limit to the innovations of the outcast. Now, sorcerers that had secrets might devise. Extra success chance for the Astromancers, more capacity for Astromancers, and your recruit rank as well. Snake Gate is under attack.
Celestial General.
Looks like the Greenskins have pulled back. Huh.
Servant of the Dragons.
I mean, you want to be scared, we can
Move upon my order.
see what's going on over here.
Get at me!
Yeah, they're just gonna consolidate. None of them can reach the Maw Gate, though, so if we can bring Zhao in. Make sure we don't get ambushed.
Zhao Ming. Oh, Xiangyang.
Zhao Ming could lead the charge, too.
Worships me.
Let's have Zhao Ming start the fight with
Leader of
the
men.
Beastmen.
Get out of my mind.
It is indeed an act of war.
In Father's name.
Problem is, we've got to feed the ogres meat somehow, and you Beastmen apparently taste delicious. He's a butcher specifically. Careful not to overextend. Absolutely. We're going to keep Zhao, and we're going to basically make sure each of our armies has a battle buddy. I'm sorry. As I say that, where's your battle buddy at? Not like you're not going to do fine, but I prefer to have them. We can't retreat, so onward to glory. So since we're using Zhao Ming's army again there, Great Book of Grudges, which was the unit that you were looking to see? You don't like the Crowmen. No, I think the Crowmen are fine. I just think they're a little bit, what's the word? They're very squishy. So I have to find a way to kind of counteract their squishiness. delicious lamb to ship on over to the ogres, and mushrooms for our vegetarian alchemists. You can tell, they walk in and tell everyone immediately. It's the first thing. Excuse me. Alright, well, what we will do... How can we use the terrain to our advantage here?
Cannon.
Let's go fire rockets. And cannons. I'm going to go ahead and get them a little bit more grouped up. There we go. Alchemist up front. We are definitely going to make sure we have units guarding them, so... Dune Dragons. I basically just have our artillery wing. And our melee corps. Which, I don't want you on this side, so you're going to be fighting the big angry orcs. I'll have you on this edge. You have Minotaurs leading the charge, don't they? Also bowmen. We will show them how worried we are of Minotaurs.
Alchemist Supreme!
We want to defend this side. And a little bit more grouped up so that way we can rotate them easily when the greens can show up. There we go. We're going to basically rush the Jet Lion at the Cygor and have it spike the rocks back into the Cygor's face. Roman aren't going to be good until we find... It says they are low. You would not win in a fight with Minotaurs. Do not try to pretend.
Sorceress outcast.
He's like, listen, boss, throw the Crowman in against the Minotaurs. We promise it'll go well. I just don't agree.
Cavalry.
I'm also going to keep the Cav back here, or if anything does manage to get through, which with Minotaurs is a likelihood. Alright, so main characters and their battle cats. Infantry. Brawl spells. And once again, what was the units you were looking to see there, Great Book of Grudges, before we get this going? Kitties and Dune Dragons. Got it. Bird Chef. Here is our Jade Lion. Much jade. Very green. Oh, the lion. This is a good boy. Let's see. You have specialties going on where you are actually going to have Mastery of the Elemental Winds. Since we have 3 mages, all with Mastery of the Elemental Winds, I think we should have a good heap of damage bonus. Excuse me. 2 or more units in the same army that share this attribute increase the... So maybe it'll only activate once the battle begins. Either way, they should buff up how strong our spells are. They also have the Jade Conduit, so power recharge plus 20% for the entire battle. And then they have the Jade Lion's Breath, which is fiery magical and deals a bit of damage. These guys used to have flammable as well, so they would power up their own Jade Lion's Breath, and they just don't anymore. There's too many things for Cathay that they just make insanely powerful. Here's our Jet Lion. Your Uno reverse card for any mages or any units that have very, very good activated abilities that you just don't want to deal with. You charge them on in and they silence them. Say no more of that. So let's see how wide we have the silence. The Guardian Shield is the other ability they have. Spell resistance plus 20% and negates magical weapons within the effect area. That's how you do it then. The Crowmen are low armor but have high resistance. You roll Crowmen with your Jet Lion. And that gives them basically a 20% ward save. In tandem. Makes sense. And then lastly, we look at the Celestial Lion and then the Dune Dragons. So our Purged Chimera. Cleansed Chimera. They did say in the lore that these were Chimera that had been cleansed by the Dragon Emperor in some way, so... Here they are. Murderous Parrot Lion. If you help them with their pin feathers, they're your best friend. You're not the Dune Dragons, you're just boring normal Celestial Dragon Guard. Here is the Warp-infused armor of the Dune Dragons, which is kind of where I'd like to see Zhao Ming's campaign get a little bit of a change, where he has a similar campaign to maybe Ikit Claw, or even the Zendawi Zar, where he has a Warp Stone. Oh, Mochi, you good? Excuse me. Get down. Or she fell off the top of the tower and decided it was going to jump up on top of the desk. Alright, so where we have actually a style of warpstone armory where you're upgrading your normal units' armor, weapons, and even missiles. I would say not artillery. That'd be the only thing that he's not about because it'd be too similar to Elspeth. But let him upgrade your infantry and missile infantry with warpstone armor and weapons. Be pretty cool. That dirtling out of the way. I'm gonna set both the cannons to blasting away at the Cygor immediately. Firing rocket fire here. Before you leave, go ahead and drop Zeus, then get going. And go poison attacks too, because why not? Lions are getting in each other's way. Alright, Cygor should be spiking his rocks back at his own face. Go for it, bud. Whoop. Oh, he missed himself, too. I mean, that's impressive. You're so terrible, you can't even hit your own units. Let's go wall of wind and fire to clear up this chaff. I mean, in the wrong direction, but it'll work out fine. Oh, yeah, walk right back into the barbecue. That's definitely going to work for you. Dragon mode for Zhao. How long till the greenskins show up? Pretty quickly, actually. Dragon form, go finish off the great Bray Shaman. Bloodhoof. The cannons finished off that Cygor pretty quickly. Let's go ahead and have them now focus on Minotaurs advancing. Wand of Gut. Go for the Lion Breath, just to clear these guys off even faster. Hillary, here's your new target. The crows here. Scare these guys off. Looks like Minotaurs are trying to rotate. If Zhao Ming can keep snacking on their lord, we'll blast the fire to these raiders. Time to get away from the lions. Or the lions need to get away from the Minotaurs, at least. Use that extra charge to get away. Cygor just keeps getting knocked over. Fine, go finish off with this poor fool. Even more Dragon Breath here, cooking some more goat people. Alright, that's a great Brave Shaman defeated. Here come the orcs. Fire Rain Rocket, go ahead and switch your angle. Everyone else is the same. Quickly, quickly. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and grab you two and just kind of rotate ever so slightly. Anything else rotate? There we go. Now we're good and ready. Brave Shaman's defeated. You got caught by the unfortunately got caught by the Minotaurs again. Go ahead and bring you around to help. One more blink should finish off this Cygor. Let's watch him fall. You got your back to the enemy. It's a bad idea. Down with the bloody big head. Brave Shaman's back. We'll go ahead and have the anti-mage go deal with him. Here come those orcs. Your firing position looks pretty good. Fire Rain Rocket, are you able to actually hit anything, or are you stuck in weird? Have them advance and just kind of rotate them a little bit too. Alchemist, go ahead and charge down. Get the poison shots here. A mighty elixir. Finish these Ungor raiders. You come on back through. We'll let the Ungors file into their doom. Firing rocket. Dumping damage into the woods there.
Seeking Cathay's foes. The Emperor expects.
Attack in unison!
Take down these two groups, and we'll just bring the Crowman.
Cavalry.
Lances hit here. Crowman, get rid of your bombs. I'm going to show the trolls and those orcs what's up. bombing run should weaken their regeneration, but the cannons will too. Keep moving. Zhao Ming, no reason to stay where you're at. Slow this whole group with the lion roar. That's really fire coming out of the firing rocket. Thankfully, they ran out of ammo. Last second, though, didn't they? Alright, that's both defeated. Zhao Ming, come get these orc boys. Jet Lion's in a little bit of trouble by itself. Where's the Jade Lion? Pull the Jet Lion away. Let it go on a bring them on a merry chase. Take down the rest of those archers. Zhao Ming, where's their leader at? Oh, he's up front, dying horribly. The Battle Cat rolls through their line. Blast some more fire there. I think we've got them on the ropes. So Roman, go hunt down the orc boys that are already fleeing. Bring this lion all the way back. Very cleverly, they got out of range of our cannons. Drop the metal spells on these poor fools, and I'm thinking we'll see both sides running for the hills quite soon. Hang in there, Long Riders. And Biggins are pretty mean. They're fighting two groups of Biggins at the same time. Zhao Ming's here, though. All is calamity. Welcome on in. I would butcher the pronunciation of your name, but I'm glad to see you. Hope you're having a fantastic day. We are slaughtering both greenskins and some moo cows. Alright, so Operation Run Down the rest of these guys as a go. We're gonna have to cancel that one and get a little bit closer. Now we have no one fast enough to really run any units down, sadly. Oh, come on, give me the target. Give me the target. There it is. And we'll bring the crowman back over to get this group. You are definitely close enough to go for the final transmutation, so we'll overcast it, hit all three of these units. Hopefully. Constantinos. Keep rolling them on down. There's no reason to let them escape. We've got all the metal spells to throw here. Can't give yourself the elixir, unfortunately. Zhao Ming, where are you at? Not helping us run anyone down. One more final transmutation here. Can we overcast it? Can indeed. At least get two of the units. Maybe. Oh no, we're gonna leave. We just get one of them. Sad day. Get after him, boys. Makes the subsequent battle here not nearly as difficult. Boys attacks Zhao. Slow them on down. Roasty toasty. That'll do. Decisive win. Just as the auto-resolve predicted. Looks like Golden Sword is going to go to our firing rockets. As we would pretty much expect against nothing but gore. They're invisible, but the rockets don't care. What I want for one of our armies, too, is a front line of Nuln Ironsides, or even just normal dwarf blunderbusses, followed by a group of Celestial Dragon crossbows, and then some crane gunners on the sides to weaken anyone who might think they have a missile block chance. We can have our normal assortment of artillery behind them, which is nothing but missiles. I don't think we'd have any trouble with it either. Them and maybe 2 Gate Masters and one of the Dragon-Blooded of Yin to slow people down. Alright, we only lost 52, but I still would have loved to have reinforcements. We will venerate.
Test subjects are required.
Need to keep an eye on Cloven here, because he's going to try to disappear. It'll be hard to hunt him down. Got ourselves a couple more followers, and a Telean Pavase. A solid hunk of wood between you and the enemy provides both protection and confidence. Missile block chance and reload time reduction. Ooh, Pavase crossbows. Proper Pavase crossbows. Also the Green Guardian. So it's time to take the Maw Gate, so that way Zhao Ming can have his warp-infused Terracotta Sentinel.
Celestial General.
Can't quite reach the Cloven Maneater. Zhao Ming needs the heals more, so we're going to go ahead and let him initiate the fight.
Come on!
Alright, give him Arcane Conduit, and then we will circle towards at least grabbing hard to hit.
Yes.
Probably finally buffing up the rest of our army too. Really boost up how strong he is making his melee troops. Let's go Transmutation of Lead for an AoE debuff. Tactical Cloak of a Jet Blunderbuss. It's unfortunate that it seems like Greasus is long gone. Lead Belcher gang though, I know I was trying to keep him alive, but Grimgor came down from the hill and bonked him on the head as fast as he could. Because I would have loved to have Iron Blasters and Lead Belchers in our army here with Zhao Ming. Would have been so cool.
Fight! Iron and fire!
Because that was the first Immortal Empire's duo, was Lead Belchers and Fire Rain Rockets 5 blasting into some undead. Gelt and his crew came later. I want to sack it first so badly. Look at all that money. Greed.
Declaw
Greed is a terrible
these
thing.
Animals.
Declaw these animals.
Celestial General.
As my siblings
Alright, Zhao Ming.
would do.
You are getting a little bit of replenishment, so I'll bring you forward.
Good time.
Exactly. And I don't necessarily want to keep the Celestial line in this army, so we'll go ahead and bring... Well, you've already got 2 of them. Okay, well, you don't need a 3rd one. So this Celestial line was never going to be long for the world, let's be real. And then I grabbed the Green Guardian. Terracotta Sentinel mixed with Warpstone. Centuries of silent duty at the edge of the Warpstone Desert, broken by a stunning display of choreographed violence. The foe will stand little chance against this enchanted behemoth towering before them. Indeed. Welcome.
Willing participants.
Big and mean and has a redirecting aura. Redirects projectiles back towards the firing unit in a 55-meter radius.
Victory!
It's just goofy. I'm pretty sure he's banned in a lot of multiplayer stuff, is he not?
The Desert Alchemist.
He seems to really struggle to get his footing unless the AI director favors him and buffs up. Yeah. So if he rolls very heavily, or I guess rolls very well in terms of how they give the... I can't remember the exact terminology they use, but it's how they determine which AI factions will be strong and which ones are kind of just dirtle around and do nothing. And unless Greasus rolls very high, then he gets absolutely slaughtered. You're rolling with a bunch of artillery and have a normal army. So Zhao Shangguan, let's make you
General of the Celestial Host.
armor and immune to contact effects. Armor for the entire army. That's kind of boring. We're gonna go for the Hammer of Wei Jin. Extra weapon strength. Does that fit with what we have here? Kind of. Not really. So what we'll do instead
Greatest.
is we'll make him real
Dragon
tanky.
children.
B as the Great Bastion. 10 extra armor for the entire army, and then he has himself a bronze shield now, as well as 30 more armor.
A fine addition to my armory.
I thought so too. I'm gonna give the Chilean Pavese over to one of our Gate Masters as well.
General,
Where's the one that already had the
attention.
Ranger's Axe? Will continue to help out with his reload time. Where's my Pavese? Doink. How fast are you reloading now? 11 seconds. The very lowest you can get reload time is down to 4 seconds. Well, we'll keep that in mind.
Humility in all
Boomerang.
things.
Mobility is pretty important.
The Iron Dragon.
Iron Dragon will have use channeling,
Power.
so we could at the very least be facing all of these armies between these two guys here. Which, granted, could be kind of scary.
Celestial General.
In March, you can make it about to this position. No one can actually make it out into Cathay. So if we were to want to try to lure them in, we'd have to put ourselves in a pretty nasty position. What we'll do instead is drop them an ambush.
Is nigh.
40% chance here. Can be hiding this tall grass. No, we can't act like Pokemon.
These illusions of distant water.
How disappointing.
What magic?
We'll just step back a little bit. That way we're not getting attacked.
The Lord Magistrate stands ready.
Zhao the Rock or the Stone. Oh yeah, we've already named him the Comet, don't we? We have to rename once they've gotten dedicated. Fair enough. So we'll give him the Rock. Sounds great. So he's Zhao the Rock.
I bring you
With
glory,
Iron Rock.
Father.
Zhao can use the blubber over there. Let's go ahead and find the Mountains of the Moon. So you said the Village of the Moon. Yeah, no, it's definitely got its landmark. We're working towards that one. That's the Moonwood Lumberyard. Really cool. No units, but faction-wide harmony is something we'll have to keep in mind across all of our provinces. It'll be kind of hard to keep track of after we have a couple of those up and running. I will be relying on you all quite a bit. I'm gonna ignore the control bonus. I like the river port. Into more gold, into more gold. Fu Chao could be upgraded instead. That's what we're gonna do. Hai Chai is great. We'll just not do the Contemplation Gardens, and then we can go ahead and snag in the upgrade to Fu Chao. Then, as soon as we can, the next upgrade to the Dragon Fleet, Alba.
Dragon-blooded Shogunga.
How fast we have nuked our predicted income.
Hot as dragon's fire. My ancestors require
You
it.
can't quite reach.
Within my reach.
Relax then.
I
Go back into a
commit
camp
to
stance.
rest.
Stone Whisperer, you can reach
There's
Shenyang.
wisdom in this.
Don't want to do any kind of attritioning. Just hang out in Shenyang for now. You can need to recruit up some more peasants. All that we can afford. Big guys with bonkers felt more dangerous than half of the dragon skaters. That's absolutely true. But I think that if they gave the dragon-blooded a blade, they'd be a little bit better. I think it'd be a little bit prudent for them to make them a slight bit better in combat.
I will
They're
listen,
trained in all of the
but
martial
my
arts in
time is
Cathay,
short.
as well as both yin and yang. I think you have to, well, not yin and yang, but you have to master high magic before you can even start working on yin and yang.
Approach and
So they're
make your offer.
extremely potent spellcasters. They don't think they act as either potent spellcasters or potent melee fighters, which they're very similar to Dragonblooded are very similar to your Druki, I would say, where they're very quick, very adept mages. Should be good to beat the smack out of people.
No harmony in this wasteland.
I would even say they're probably even better in combat than most Druki. King Sanctuary's worth it there. Oh, it could allow us to switch off that edict, so I changed my mind.
We make more time on this side.
But they are also dragon-blooded. That's the other thing, is that is the more they're trying to show is the generals are dragon-blooded Shugengun, but they're not, or at least they're dragon-blooded, but they're not the Shugengun. So they're dragon-blooded, but they're more martial, as opposed to the other one being focused more on magic. But I think they need to lean more into them being extremely potent spellcasters then, if they're not going to have them be decent in combat. Melee, that is. I'd like to suggest the rename Whisperer to Breather. For where are we talking about there? Oh, I see. Stone Breather.
The Lord Magistrate stands ready.
I like the Whisperer. Him breathing stone sounds bad for his lungs.
Leader of men.
Okay, so these two armies are moving in together. They've got a Ragnarok here with Spinny.
I ain't doing that.
But a cannon can see a Ragnarok's off pretty quickly.
Let me
If it's just these two armies, I think we can win. Great Hall of Greasus is under the control of the undead. Interesting enough, yeah, the Golden Order is playing the Valley of Horns. They're going after Rictus with a vengeance.
by the comet.
Good on you there, Marcus.
Enforce the dragon's will.
Bring Gal the Rock forward. We have any more? Yeah, we can at least give her the Shield of Tolos for a bit of tankiness. Combine up these two scepters. Grab an Ogre Blade for, I guess, a little bit more damage. Yeah, that'll do. And then we'll go ahead and give you another point into transmutation of lead. Whispering to stones would be considered wacky too if we're in Warhammer, so it's not too far off.
Come.
The Demon Slayer title. Oh, has he got the? Is he?
Get out of me head.
Who's rolling with the Demon Slayer title?
I'd rather eat a squeak.
Ruler.
Zhao Ming, time to finish off Spinny.
Test of
We got more back here, so what we'll do is we'll probably take these guys down and then drop into an ambush, depending on our health. We've got a minute 4 before our reinforcements show up. He's got a heap of Wah boys, but 2 minutes before these guys, 6 seconds before the others that are just fodder for our rockets. Alright. Got this valley here. We can try to pull back and force them through while Zhao runs forward and bothers them with spells. Like that idea quite a bit. Go ahead and quick save once more and charge on in. Basically, what Great Book of Dredge is saying is renaming the Lord of Stone Breather as a reference to the anime Demon Slayer. Oh, I see. No, that 100% makes sense. Now it all connects. Hashira of Stone is what we'll call him. Alright. Yeah, so I mean, we've got a similar setup to last time. We can just deploy right here and force them all towards us. Either way, they've got a bad approach.
Dragon Guard!
Dragon Guard, a U3. Deployed, and we'll figure it out from there. You suggested to name him after a Demon Slayer character, Yoriichi, but I meant, I see. No, you made it a bit better anyway, 'cause he's, I think we had him. Yoriichi probably wouldn't be that a magistrate, let's be real.
Dragon Guard!
Jade warriors.
The Celestial Faithful!
And thankfully, you all have much better memory than I do. I had forgotten about good old Yoriichi. Cannons across the fronts. We'll do that kind of square formation we did last time with him. Convinces the enemy that's where they need to attack, but what we'll do is we'll kind of swing these guys up ever so slightly.
Rocket battery.
I'm not keen on hiding from the greenskins.
Stone and steel.
Alright, so crossbows.
Jade the crossbow.
They're all coming from the front.
Crossbow man.
A little bit more like that. Green Guardian here. Bring these guys around.
Warriors.
Try to condense up these warriors a little bit more.
Thoughts in harmony.
Not blowing up our own line nearly as much with this formation. Unless the firing rocket chooses to shoot here. We have it in a way that it can't fire on our front line as much, so we'll rotate it ever so slightly. And that should work out for us.
Dragon Guard!
At least hopefully.
Thoughts in harmony.
Zhao Ming and our alchemist to give them all the extra bonuses. Terracotta Sentinel I'm actually going to put here. Jade and Jet Lion working together. Crowman. We'll probably just have the Crowman go sit over at the reinforcement area after that first group goes by, so we can go Longma here. They're more tanky than the crows. We'll put the crows behind them. Lord of Shangyang.
Defenders of Cathay!
Alright, so we want to grab our cannons and have them get targets right off the bat. We're going to have them blast apart. I'll switch really quickly. So what we'll do is we'll start the battle, fire on the Arachnorok, have you shoot the rock lavas. More damage for everyone here. Poison attacks for the rockets. That's it. Yeah, there we go. Now let's get moving.
Seeking elements.
Dragon Guard! It is fated.
Move you forward, have you start throwing fireballs at Spinny. One cannon is now going to focus on the rock lavas. We're going to hit ourselves. A couple of crossbows go down. You've got this. Zhao Ming, get in there.
My elixir
Fireball, are we going to get lucky?
ready.
Oh, we are. A perfect hit.
Setting out.
Zhao Ming, go ahead and chuck some explosives into the biggins on this side.
An acceptable journey.
Damage over time for everything in this position.
The Iron Wind!
As soon as you throw your explosive, we can go for wall, wind, and fire.
Master metallurgist.
Yoink the mess out of the broken tusk mob as well.
Sorcerer of secrets.
Pull them back through. Spadoosh. Doesn't quite take out as much of them as I thought. Get up in the air then.
The Iron Heart.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Master of Defense!
Cavalry! Attack!
I realize our lions are in the middle of things. Crossbows take position. Oop. Here, crane guns here. Quickly, quickly. Turn back around and clap them. Alchemist, you're in a little bit of trouble there. You go chase down this poor fool. Bring the action.
Dragon Guard!
Step forward a bit there, Dragon Guard. I can't have you getting smacked. Bring the rest of these guys up here. Divine Lance batteries in behind. And our lions up and over the top. I send the crows in too. Get those crows back up in the air. Firecracker artillery, just come in here.
In harmony.
Iron Hail Gunners!
Rocket boys advance. Pretty sure that's everyone except for our two gate masters.
Cut them down!
Tankiness is here.
Cavalry!
Cavalry, do your thing. Let's bring these crows over to drop some bombs. Gotta watch out for the archers though. Man, there's a lot of orcs. Oh, there's no chance we hit them there. No chance at all. Guardian, meet you back up here quickly now.
Acolyte of secrets.
Grand Cannon, step up.
Watch it as one.
Ragnarok almost taken out our Jet Lion. Our Jade one. Alright, so the two lions need to get back behind the lines here. Alchemist.
Possible.
Poison attacks for our crossbows.
Warp stone and steel.
Thank goodness Zhao Ming is so tanky. Let's go one lion roar, not two. Roman, you get shot to pieces. Let's go in over here. We can drop the bombs very soon. Oh, Rocket, you're letting me down. Come on now.
Celestial faithful!
Fire over here. You try to assassinate the Crimson Killers on their way over. They're going to be a huge problem. Swing Riders are doomed. Fire on the other War Boss. Swigs charge in. We should be able to finish them off very easily. Get them Gate Master.
Without hesitation.
The secondary crew is here now. Let's bring these Crowmen off to the side. Not let them through.
Order and balance.
Poison attacks here. Fine Turtle, fire here and here. Let's not blow up too many friendlies or we about out of ammo for our firing rockets and you come back into the woods and hide. Okay, Battle Turtles, shooting our longer riders is not what I want to see.
Marching as one.
Two dragons, rotate. Come on now. Rotate.
Sorceress outcast.
Alright, Zhao Ming, who are we going after next? He's been back here flourishing in this back line. He stayed well apart, so I can't drop this intervention very well. Oh, that's a big blob of works. Don't think it's gonna work out very well. There are two lions back up in the sky. Gate Master, if you can start firing your crossbow. That one got launched.
I will defend it. Sent by dragons. Each
Rotating, no, we're not blowing up any friendlies with our rockets.
march in order ranks.
There it is. Multiple Ragnaroks is too much for Zhao Ming, so let's get him out of that. Towards both of those units. Who else is getting shot at from the front here? Just go ahead and terrify these orcs as they run forward. Fireball towards this War Boss as he runs in. Take out this captain for me. That got spicy. Battle Turtles in. Take out the Crimson Killers.
My elixirs are ready.
Better make it so it doesn't matter if they dodge or not, they're getting taken out. Alright, Lions. Back up in the air for me. Longer Riders getting jumped by a lot of guys up here, aren't they? Lions, make sure you stay behind our lines and we're not getting whooped on. You gotta love the rocket launcher troopers. We need a whole squad of these guys. Firecracker rockets making them real scared. This is a fantastic battle. Zhao Ming has finished off the other generals, so I don't think we should have too much trouble. Our Gate Masters have had a lot of fun up here in the outskirts. Getting attacked by all these Ragnaroks. Poison attacks for the missile troopers.
Minds as one.
Everyone, please focus the Ragnarok.
Decimate them.
Killers are still making it on into combat. We can't really have that. They are a huge issue. Battle Turtle, run them over.
Ready as always.
Make sure that general's leaving, Zhao. Get these along out and away from that nonsense. Cannonballs still flying. Let's get the controls.
They will perish. Defend the realm. My elixirs are ready.
Alright. I'm thinking we're going to see the Greenskins just turn and run soon. We have slaughtered so many of them. Battle Turtle, you go ahead and step over. Crossbow lads, you go ahead and run back this way.
Move in formation.
Supreme Watchman.
Metal spells wiping them out. Go ahead and give them the old double roar. Didn't necessarily mean to get both of them, but let's run away from these trolls. Rain guns, if you snipe the stone trolls, perfect.
Master metallurgist.
The mist was weakened everyone. Now there's no reason. Get his golden hound to work. Zhao Ming, let's see if we can have you deal with. Still like pump wagons or some trolls. You should be able to scare them off easily. Spider versus the boys. Go ahead and give the elixir of venom here. In the rocket barrage. anti-tank rockets versus a spider. Not bad at all. Pretty cheap, too. Show us the green golem, please. Oh, yes, indeed. Here he is. Charge through and keep blocking those rounds back at people. Alright, Ji Zhuan needed to run. I think she could hold long enough, but she took a lot of damage. As soon as he gets into range, all of their shots will bounce back at them. As soon as this big circle here gets in range. Looks like he's getting fairly tired, though, so we're going to go ahead and fall back towards our line, let our crossbows continue to blast away. Luckily, she is terrified off, so she's not going to come back and get wiped out. We're almost out of ammo, though. Rain guns, you guys have advanced way too far. Take out the Crimson Killers. Good old fire spells. We have any more metal magic to use here? Battle Dragon versus, or the Battle Toad versus Trolls isn't going well for them, so we'll go ahead and bring in our boys. Righteous Lances, you go after the Wolf Chariots. Bring the Dragon back behind our lines now. Crossbows chill. Snipe out those pump wagons. You fire here on these orc boys. Looks like they've finally broken. Man. Well, to the bitter end they did. See if we can get her all the way across the map to try to catch a couple of these guys. I think they'll probably manage to escape, but we'll still see what we can do. Chase down whatever you can. What are all the rest of the cav we have? Not that many, honestly. Long, but you're all chasing someone off. Perfect. Come on, back round. Quickly, quickly now. Slow that unit as Zhao could use chase. Nah, most of them managed to escape. They legged it when the legged it was good. Good heap here. How close are you to the battle? Yeah, I think she keeps trying to run away. Which I guess I don't blame her. Things weren't going that well for her. Scare and slow them down, Lion. Ignore my orders at your own peril. She's running away as she gets closer. Alright, where's my other alchemist then? She's not afeared of some greenskins. Do the bound spells affected by the mastery of do the bound spells get affected by the mastery of elemental winds? I believe that they do, since anything that is as long as it's actually a bound spell, so if it's not like an ability like metallurgy poison, if it's such as where are you at? Her bound fireball, it absolutely will be affected. Let's see if it's actually taking effect currently. Yeah, it looks like mastery of the elemental winds is not working as intended. Unless it is something that you can't see. Huh. Yeah, we're still at spell mastery 100 when we have 3 of them in an army, so that's not exactly how that should be working. Let's not risk a miscast there and explode. Well, she'll do it anyway. Ooh, spooky. Didn't miscast the once, so we'll risk a few more. Terribly timed. And a battle of 5,000 versus 2,000. We came ahead pretty aggressively. Yoink. Almost lost her alchemist, but she'll recover from her wounds. Needs the Yin Yang caster hero. I would agree. I guess they have the different monks of Yin and Yang, but I don't believe they teach too many outside of the Dragon Blooded. So maybe we'll have a set of monks that maybe don't know the magic as much as... Well, no, I take it back, because she has a whole... Kuai Yin has a whole cast of shadow sorcerers that she uses to actually create the Crowmen, so... Out of pure Yin magic, that would actually absolutely make sense. You'd have your Yin sorcerer and your Yang as well. Then I would like to see the Shugen guns change, where they actually have at least gives credence to the fact that they have to learn high magic first before they start learning either Yin or Yang. So maybe give them access to 1 or 2 high magic spells just to show that mastery, or even give them the high magic passive for whenever they do their casting. Alright, well that is another shaman defeated. Very minimal casualties. We shall venerate. The subjects know we're telling our ancestors thank you. Alright, they retreat. It's like Ornery does get to keep his raw force, unfortunately, but those guys are more or less just fodder at this point. Another army of Biggins on cavalry. Biggin cavalry and some Ragnarok spiders is always a bad time. Jade longbow for Zhao the Rock, and a warhorse for Zhao Ya. And the other.
Celestial General.
The Iron Dragon.
Let's see about grabbing one of our
Celestial General.
generals, a better talisman.
Dragon-blooded Shogun.
I guess our dragon-blooded Shugen can have it. There you are, lass. Less damage for
Celestial
battles.
General.
Absolutely grab our Titanic Impact. Will the Dragons, I believe, is just a leadership. Yeah, we don't need extra leadership at the moment. That's really when you're rolling with peasant armies. So extra hard to hit for both of them.
Instrument of the Divine.
Jumarong. Boost income up to metal shifting when we can. Is the caravan route safe yet? Might as well take a quick look. And the fact that Greasus is in between means probably not. If there are 80 armies right here whatsoever, our caravan is going to meet them. And the whole way through looks like it is dangerous too, even all the way down to Myrmidons. Yeah, so caravans are still pretty dangerous at the moment. I think as soon as we clear either down to the Black Fortress or Azorn, it's okay to start sending them through this position again. But only then. We're still going to get attacked along the way because of that high danger.
The Iron Dragon.
Let's go ahead and grab that. Oh, Mentor is one of my favorites. Spread out some more of our experience into Hard Pit.
Get out of my mind.
Just finish off Jiwan's spellbook here.
Humility in all things.
We'll have a Zhao Ming drop into an encamp stance. Pull back. Zhao the Rock can drop into an
Do
ambush.
not move until I say so.
Problem is, where did Grimgor go? Could have swore I saw him earlier and he has disappeared, which is always a bad time. Two Black Orcs coming in with that group. So let's fall back a
General of
little
the
bit further.
Celestial Host.
The path of metal.
I like that quite a bit more.
General.
Stone Breather.
The battle is won, and so shall the
Until
war.
the Skaven and declare war on you, it becomes impossible to pass through again. That's absolutely true.
Serve from the front.
Caravan gets ambushed one time and it's
The
doomed.
Lord Magistrate stands ready.
Want them to know that one of our two generals is here.
Forged in fire.
He's
Leader
attacked.
of
Would
men.
you step in to help? No, just barely.
The Emperor will
You get a better ambush chance though. That's also what I'm looking for.
traverse the high ground.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I don't know if they will actually help each other out now.
Attention.
Stop pushing it.
Maybe. Even if not, I'm still thinking that Seitang can hold the line, no problem. So Zhao Yao, you come on up to Shangyang. And we'll retrofit your army more as we can. Okay, we're over here in the Village of the Moon. We've got one more turn before we can go for that landmark. Hey, Jaden. Good to see ya. We're cool to get to catch a live stream. Absolutely. We are glad to have you. We will go ahead and upgrade the Li Temple. That way we can snag its landmark as well. We absolutely can use the extra control. We are extremely in Yang, so we'll go into a Yin for the control building. Love your campaign, Space Wizard, especially your SFO ones. I very much appreciate it. Rishi doesn't have a caster. See, his name's not Yorichi anymore. You're throwing me off. He doesn't, though. You're right.
Windshaper.
So I guess we're gonna lose one of our crossbows then for the cast. Actually, no, one of the sky lanterns for a caster. There we go. Make use of our winds of magic. How many more alchemists can we have? None, but we can have more astromancers, which would be great. We want to recruit them here at Jingpo because we have 7 additional recruit rank. So let's go for it there if we can. Just barely. But maybe... Rakov Dynasty is trying to be friends. Elspeth, you're fighting Sylvania? I don't think I am right now. Here, listen, I will happily be a
law and lost wisdom, and I shall
help against Sylvania. Sure. Give me that money.
It seems all this chatter is good for something.
Yeah, we get our friendship with Elspeth blooming. Like the Black Roses. Alright, so we'll grab the Citadel of Dusk.
I bid you welcome,
a
friend.
defensive alliance.
What would you wish? As you say.
You're allowed to be here now. Congratulations. Don't have very good units, though. I mean, Lothar and Seaguard are spearmen with bows, so having a front line of them with Celestial Dragon Guard behind them sounds pretty deadly. We'll save the rest of our gold here, outside of giving you some more peasant archers, which I'm going to do. I'm confused on what the Tomb Kings are doing in Norska. I would understand if it was Cetra since he goes up there to get his crown back, just those are random Tomb Kings. Yeah, I think that's more of a mistake with how the scripting does this. So with, I believe it is, I'm trying to figure out which one it is that throws the units all over the place, and I'm pretty sure it is the OVN Lost World mod, which we have on here that does mostly what it does is just adds a bunch of custom settlements in with their own unique models, so that's why a couple of our Cathayan settlements look extra big. Greasus's Great Hall looks big and gold and shiny more than normal. But what it also will do is it'll move some of the factions around. So up there at Cetra's Great Landing, which probably should be Cetra, it's for the Rakov Dynasty instead. Also love your channel too, in the Great Book of Grudges, at the Great Book of Grudges. I'm not Nathan. How cool that would be, would it? Alright, so Box of Delights. Listen, we love you all the same, Great Book of Grudges. There's no problems there. Box of Delights, a wild-eyed alchemist proudly presents you with an ornate chest which seems to vacillate in and out of corporeality. He declares that it contains purest magic, distilled from several tons of warpstone, and is purged of all corruption. His experiment is, alas, unrepeatable, so this boon must be used wisely. We could inhale this nonsense. Definitely not. Add it to the water supply, execute the alchemist, or have some tea. Well, I'd say we're absolutely adding it to the water supply. All the Emperor's subjects should prosper for this singular discovery. Warpstone for all. There is no escape. Only the void. Magic drain. Fair enough. And good to see you there, Sloth Skeleton. Makes no difference if he is not Nathan. He is our Great Book of Grudges. Alright, Zhao. I would like to keep you in camp, although that's putting us in a really bad spot. So let's pull back a little bit further there. If they want to move in to attack us with all these armies, I want them to be forced to do it in march stance. Zhao Ming will advance.
by rage.
Ah, yes, add warp stone to the water supply. Surely nothing will grow on from that. What do you mean the rats are talking now? What do you mean the people are growing third eyes? Hey, ooh, it's landship time. You good old Cathayan dragon fleet shall ride again.
Humility in all things.
Okay, well, I think we continue to move up so we can threaten the Veil of Titans here. Actually, can you reach them? Oh, you can.
I should trade.
How well defended is the Veil of Titans? It's really not. I think we can take them. That's 3 units of Black Orcs, 2 Goblin Rock Lavas.
The Lord Magistrate stands ready.
Satang doesn't have that much in terms of artillery just yet.
General.
Yeah, the Comet does.
Men, to your
We'll do then.
exercises.
Get a
I would
little bit more
have a
ground.
day wasted.
I kind of want to do some raiding, but I don't want to be winded for a battle. That shall do.
Celestial ancestors.
Yao Yao can follow them on
My
up
calling.
the way here. With her squad of peasants. And very maneuverable war tigers and war wagons. We're not going to be able to recruit and go into channeling stance. So let's snag 1 more battle cat. And 1 more spearman. Weird army that is.
This harmony threatens our order.
Alright, let's pull up into the province tab so it's easier to find everything. More gold from the Baleful Hills would be nice. I'd like to save for all of our landmarks. So here at Shiama's Rest, we need 5,700 for the standing stones. Doing a good job of forgetting that we need to save, so that's what we'll try to do. Or our caravan dispatches just for a single turn. Yeah, won't worry about repairing the Maw Gate. We just need to lure these guys on in.
Inefficiencies.
Our armies converge. What now, Grimgore? Oh no, like leaving the stream, I need sleep. Can you leave now? Yeah, you can absolutely go get some sleep. Get you some rest, bud. You'll let Auntie Indian hands on the inland ship. Yeah, she'll be invading the Southlands in 2 seconds. Warband is invading, but they're being wiped out as they show up, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's also Zatan just grabbing the Norskins as manservants as they go through. They need workers for their mines too. Miao Ying holding the bastion like a champ. Actually, how many of our units are using there, Miao Ying?
My mother would approve.
He's not. He's not. We're leaving. Okay, so now we got 3 armies moving up that side. We'll just split these 2 together here. Colt Wagner's running for his life, and Marcus is fighting against Tretch. It's probably not going to go his way at all.
General.
We'll do more armor for you, and then we will at least grab one of the Willow Dragons. You can't stack up passives, but since we'll probably be having them in separate parts of the army, they can at least spread that on out. You a blade. And then a point into metal shifting. Yeah, well, your army's cool. It's kind of better to bring them in as a reinforcing squad.
Oh, Xiangyang.
Move up a little bit just to do some scouting, see what's back here in Amble Peak. We got Spinny the Eye Gouger. Oh, he's got a Rogue Idol. I mean, they're going all in on their most elite.
Celestial blacksmith.
What do you want to bet that Gouger runs?
Servant of the dragons.
I want
Celestial
the cannons to lead that fight, so we'll have Satang come in as reinforcements.
Master of Feng Shi.
You come up in March is dangerous, but they don't have a stock stance, thankfully. So just come up on here next to Duo Li Chi.
Serve from the front.
We'll start off with our Iron Hail Cannon fight. Hello there. Alright, Glugzag, let's see if you have what it takes. don't have all three of these armies, but this is a choke point battle, and we have the superior artillery. You have breathed your last, Glugzag. Actually, speaking of Yin Yang, there, the Great Book of Grudges, if you're around it, if not, whoever else is around. I have been definitely looking at doing a Yin Yang campaign, which we have to wait for, because I was watching through the Monsters Abound one. It looked like a ton of fun for the Eastern Riverlords, or whatever their actual title is there with the Yin Yang mod. But as soon as it's updated, I am down to clown with the Eastern Riverlords. When do y'all think we're getting our next Cathay? We do still have, they've mentioned so many times that the number of active dragon children. When do you think we're getting our next Cathay DLC? And I'm hoping it's not the one that all the leaks were talking. I think remember the old school leaks that hopefully were proven to be wrong there that Legend had? So that would be cool with Li Dao maybe being the free LC Lord for one of these, with Yin Yang as the main. Having Yin Yang and Li Dao come in at the same time. Your dragon form in the mod is ugly. Well, I mean, such is the way. You can't win everything. One crossbow up front, the other's a little ways behind them. This is one of those maps that really doesn't do artillery a whole lot of favors. What we'll likely want to do is have our infantry kind of appear on this lip. That way, the orcs are all above our guys when they're coming up and over, and our artillery shouldn't do too much blasting into friendly guys. We can use the iron hail cannons. As I say that, I'd like to be firing as soon as we start, so let's do what we did previously and have an artillery quarter over here. We have the battle cats protecting them. Both of the iron hail cannons. We'll protect the iron hail cannons with a juggernaut, and then the Bonk King himself. Spearmen, just in case they need it. I should keep anyone from getting too close. Just kind of group them up a little bit more, that way they're not as easy to disrupt.
Order and balance.
Hill's still a little ways in our way, so we gotta scoot over a little bit. There's a lot of orcs. We do not have that many infantry. How long till Satang? Minute 4.
The celestial faithful.
Defenders of Cathay!
And the drum can't reach everyone, which is a little bit unfortunate.
Never conquered.
Never conquered, except for that one time by the Monkey King and the Skaven when they worked together. I won't mention that at all. That didn't happen. Alright, there we go. We need to get you moving forward pretty quickly to stop the rock lavas. Then our actual cannons can go on top of the hill here. Astromancer in the center. Now we have the healing flasks. Yeah, that's far better than the healing potion. 12% heals per second. That's, I think, when you're done, all said and done, that's at least half. It could be even more, but I figure it's at least half.
Battalion groups, ready yourselves.
Ready yourselves.
We can shield one another.
Alright, missiles with our artillery.
Fight as one.
Wind and fire!
Let's go one set of War Tigers and one Jade Lances. That way we have a charging unit and one that's more for ripping through. One of each there. Show the Iron Hail Cannon? Indeed. That's why there's a Chroman in my ceiling.
For the Immortal Dragon!
You gotta be careful. Talking smack about the yin yang. Yeah, so it's like it's a rotating barrel cannon. These things are incredible looking. So they blast and then they rotate each time. Juggernaut turtles, which I think we already showed off the Juggernaut turtles, but they're worth seeing at least one more time. Iron hail cannons. I'm not gonna forget this time. We're gonna immediately switch you into the Disdain of the Dragon Emperor. Let it begin.
Wind and fire!
That magic missile mirror here.
King warriors! It pleases the dragons!
Maneuvering.
Bring you after the other set of artillery.
Decisive strategy.
We're gonna take damage. Missile mirror is active, so those rocks should be crashing back down into its own face. I'm gonna go slow-mo so we can see them rotate. But they fire, and then the barrel immediately rotates to get to the next one. Oh, it's so cool. You're doing pretty good damage, too. Over a little bit more of their warriors.
The Emperor expects
Rock Lava's going after our calves, so let's kind of move them to the side.
Leading. As one. Moving.
It was a trick.
Must overwhelm.
Cannons, can you focus down? That's the wrong one. Cannon, can you hit? Perfect. Just gonna sit there and let me annihilate them. Iron Hail Cannon, go after the War Balls if you can. Maybe just out of range, but if not, get them. Speaking of, Satang. Okay, let's get them behind here. Not paying attention, got them a pretty good smacks by the artillery there.
Stone and steel! Cavalry! Marching
Guys all back to here. Magistrate fall back just a smidge.
Setting out.
Satang starts things off with pretty nasty shots. We'll go ahead and blast these orcs to bits.
Stone and steel!
Quickly get these boys into formation.
Warrior crossbows!
Guided by ancestors! Bringing harmony!
Hua Yin, halberds.
Shenyang's
Alberts.
faithful.
Seeking elements.
Quickly. Inspired marksmanship on Zigoran Cannon.
Cavalry!
Go ahead and not allow them through. Oh, they're still gonna make it, aren't they? Hold, Juggernauts, hold! I mean, their artillery's done. Let's come here and deal with this giant troll hag. Race of Kuai Yin obliterating those black orcs.
An acceptable journey.
Commander of cities!
Shenyang sends us!
Light the lantern out. We got all these lions here together. Don't worry, these black orcs are gonna get it in just a moment. We're gonna have all of them hit at the same time. And, well, actually, we don't even need to. Grace of Kuai Yin, how about you give them the Mark of Doom? And then we just tell everyone to destroy.
As one!
Satang, let's go ahead and move forward. Poor War Balls is running for his life,
Defenders of
as you'd
Cathay,
expect.
march in ordered ranks!
The heavens ask it.
Lightning here. Or River Troll Hag. See how fast these black orcs went away?
Sorcerer of secrets.
Race of Kuai Yin, I wish we could get more of them. Alas, is not the way. Let's get back up and away from that crew of nut jobs. Iron Hill Cannon are about out of ammo. Bring them up on top of the hill here. You guys get back on your turtles.
Wind and fire. Sent by dragons.
Cannons, you can shoot this Ragnarok, that'd be just lovely.
Celestial General!
Fall back, shooting too many friendlies there.
There is a way. Warrior crossbow.
Fire here, there, crossbows. Lock them in place for me. send the battle cats around to go after these skirmishers. What's the plan there? I'm pretty sure this squad of lions can handle your Ragnarok. In fact, I'm keen to prove it here in a moment.
Whatever is required.
Keep them all on this side here. They're going to continue to be cagey. We can just bring them in and keep smacking them to bits. Look at them try to go up the flank. Oh, look at them trying to go up the flank. You two stay here and finish these trolls.
Celestial
I can do the same.
fury. Understood?
Guided by ancestors.
Form up a new line here. They're trying. Alright, let's go get that Ragnarok. Show it the true meaning of war.
This one is mine.
Spider versus all of the cavalry and cats. Let's see how well it does. I don't even think everything can hit it at the same time. Get them, lads. Bully the spider. I'll go ahead and bring you over. Crossbow teams, let's rotate a bit. We need more Jade Warriors over here. I'll move through. Have them reflect their shots back at them. They beat the smack out of them. Go ahead and charge through here. All the way up front to use your ability? I think not. Go ahead and fall back a little bit more here. Boost up their damage. You still are on reload time.
The personification of law.
Keep pulling the lances through. I don't mind the lions staying and fighting. But they're going all in on our lions, which I think is absolutely disgraceful. Bring our cab out. Go ahead and run down this unit. Keep the Astromancer here. Drop some more rocks on their head. Gigantic battle.
Our warriors' duty.
Have you go scare off, not the trolls, but let's go bop Night Gobbo War Boss.
Cavalry, fight as one.
Cavalry, get back here.
Seeking Cathay's foes!
Battle Cats, you stay. Battle Cat Supreme, you as well. Let's get all of the cav. Doink, doink, doink.
Warrior crossbow. Bringing harmony.
Seeking advantage.
Tang just been sitting here getting shot up. He's doing fine. Got quite a few archers. Let's
Cut them down.
not lie about it. Drop some lightning here. We go for the heals pretty much whenever we need as well.
Jade crossbows. Repositioning.
Alright, because the Juggernauts have ammo, so let's have them advance and take out these archers. Their boys are dealt with. Charge in here as well. Cannonballs, can you go ahead and deal with those rock lavas? They're trying to take out Hua Yen's Grace. Poison for you. Not exactly what I meant to do, but we can get everyone here more physical resistance, so lions are going to be doing just fine. Plus, we haven't used any of our bound spells yet, so they're doing that. Enjoy the fire, Gabbos. Go ahead and have this Jet Lion, this Jade Lion break free and go hunt down that giant River Troll Hag. Cavalry, you've got a good, nice rear to charge into now. Giggity. Not the ability I wanted to use. I was trying to use the heal. Alright, Battle Cats, you come back over here to this group. They are firing on our rocket teams. A lot of ammo, so go ahead and get in the woods. We're not losing any of you. Speaking of, Lion, get in there. This side group of greenskins is all running, looting the River Troll Hag.
Celestial General.
Inspired Mark. We are closing in on running out of ammo. They've been firing on Grace of Hua Yen the whole time here.
They will perish.
Lances come back. Go ahead and drop a rock on this group of rock llamas. Show the true meaning of rock. And there it is. The gigantic army of greenskins routed. Hey Yukiko, good to see ya. And apologies if I missed anyone's comments during that battle. That was got me kind of completely wrapped up.
Young's faithful. For Cathay!
Full force engagement!
Again, it's rare to find another fan of Total War Warhammer 3 and Age of Wonders 4. Is it now? I figure one goes in hand with the other pretty well.
Supper as ears rot.
Hearth of metal.
Still, it's very good to see you.
Point!
That looks to be everything we could probably send out to chase anyone, except for maybe these lances. Go find a unit of gobos and crunch them. Yes, our mini battle cats. Get help there, lads. Spread these lances. Can't quite hit these orc boys. There we go. Speed them down and go for them. Blend them up, perhaps.
No alternative!
Metal rain there. We can go for more rocks and lightning too. Just unleash all of the elements.
For the Emperor!
Can't get it too far ahead, but we can get these guys as they run through.
Celestial splendor!
Healing potion. It looks like not everyone gets a healing potion though. Because our lord here didn't, but the Astromancer did.
Stand ready!
Maybe it's just for the heroes.
Witness my fortitude!
Very likely said that too. Let's drop the rock here. Should be far enough ahead of them.
Grand General!
Get on in there, battle cats.
Ready as always.
He's got a healing potion too.
Metallurgy
Not our general.
unleashed.
Yeah, no, you do. Let's see if Satang. Satang doesn't though, which is interesting.
No mind the sharper!
All right, well, we will just speed this along then. Still gonna try to take down as many of these orcs as possible, but you got a pretty good head start on us. Wasn't great either in the battle there. Do you know if Immortal Empire is expanded and OVN is compatible? I do believe it is. I've been running them both while I've just been kind of playing on my own, trying out different Chaos factions. So yes, they should work together. It just isn't going to... Definitely isn't going to give you all of the same... Like, a lot of the settlements that are outside in the Immortal Empires expanded likely won't be... have a bunch of fancy or custom ones. They'll still probably be in the normal main area. Which works out. We need to reread what the landmark does then. Yes, we do. 12 healing for 60 seconds, heals you to full health. Yeah, it's pretty hefty. But we do absolutely need to go ahead and reread what the landmark actually gives us. I really love Immortal Empires Expanded because it expands the realms of chaos in Koresh and Nippon. Really cool. Though I 100% agree. There's a whole bunch of different mods that give you custom factions just for Immortal Empires Expanded too. I just need OVN to make the factions instead of CA. Now, CA has done a lot better job recently of making factions that feel unique. And they've done a good job of going back in and retrofitting factions that were from the old days and making them feel more unique too. They've definitely taken some inspiration from the modders, which I think is a very good thing to do. But when the modders make good factions, and so does CA. So when CA tries their best, they put forth really good stuff. It's a bit of a shame it's taken this long for us to get back into the swing of things. The modders he's been putting in a lot of work for a long time. We will go ahead and venerate once more. Hey, Dwarfs are great. No, that's what I'm saying. The Dwarfs are great. I love all of the new factions. Chaos Dwarfs, actually, you're right. Chaos Dwarfs were one of those that was kind of a flash in the pan, where we had a couple of DLC that weren't amazing, including the launch of Warhammer 3 here. And then the Chaos Dwarfs was a fantastic DLC. Gonna give people that hope again, too. Ooh, another Banner of Swiftness. What a great Moonbird. Most resplendent airborne mount. Great moonbird's flaming exterior can only be resisted by those practiced in the magic of the heavens. And now he's got his Sky Lantern. Modders also don't have GW's grip around their necks too. That is also fair. They don't have CA's greed. Yeah, the greed is mostly, I mean, with a lot of the companies, especially CA, not CA, but I don't know if I'm allowed to. I'm probably allowed to. COVID did a lot of bad things to companies where they thought they had a captive audience where they were just gaining a ton of money, and they thought they had a captive audience forever. They thought those gains would just continue to roll on in without any effort. So it poisoned a lot of the management, a lot of companies, which they already were mostly chaos corrupted anyway.
The Iron Dragon.
Celestial General.
Opal Amulet, Luckstone. Let's go ahead and combine those two up. Actually, the Opal Amulet's one of my favorites. Take it back. Ward save. Alright, Zhao the Comet, give you Mighty Charge for all of your cavalry.
Leader of Men.
G1, let's go ahead and give you Magic Reserves into Comet of Cassandora upgrade, so it's a little bit cheaper. And comes back
The
faster.
Lord Magistrate stands ready.
Alright. Unique skills it is. Enlisted Bodyguards. Nah, no thanks. Put it on Merit. That is a heap of upkeep production for heroes. Awesome. Supply line operations, we'll immediately grab this one. Upkeep production for the Lord's Army, 20% less attrition, suffer from all attrition, and more ammunition. We need all of this. Satang, we can get Hawkish Precision. As long as no one's within 70 meters, he has more damage. Let's go for Perfect Minnowing. Give our bow units a little bit more range and reload time reduction, so before we see 181 range on the crossbows, and they're freeloading in 10 seconds. Priest of Kuayin has 203 range. Reloads in 9 seconds. Let's see what it is after this.
Harmony above all.
Perfect Minnowing there, and we can also probably grab base missile damage too. That's the way. So now it's 187 range and 211 on the Grace of Kuayin. I need more of these.
The battle is won.
It just needs to be turned into a electric out unit. Also, the modded stuff is incredibly unbalanced too. Yeah, it often is, depending on the mods. You either get where the modders have... They're trying to avoid that, but they take it a little bit too far. And the faction becomes a little bit less fun to play because they're trying really, really hard to make it balanced. And balance is not easy.
City command. The dragons would approve. Taking position.
For example, when we're doing our Kroggar campaign, we just obliterated through most everything in our path with no real concerns. Alright, now we'll move on to the Veil of Titans and destroy. Rock, Morks, Chosen. Can I just auto-resolve you guys here? Make sure we don't lose anyone. Again, our Dragon-Blooded is being left behind in the cold.
We are Cathay's true bastion.
Could have gone much better. I'd lose so many. Go ahead and loot and occupy since Zach is giving us that much more. I'd prefer to replenish.
Celestial General.
Income and growth and income. I mean, I see no reason why not.
Instrument of the Divine.
Alright, Zhao. I think we'll continue to make you better. Foeseeker giving you 25% more speed on top of 128. That sounds pretty good to me. Let's go full plate armor. He's a heavy metal rocket flying around. Specialist drills grants the Infiltrator's banner to your faction. We'll come back to these. Speed for the entire army by 15%. Harmonious Doctrine counts as both yin and yang for achieving battle harmony. Oh, hey. That's glorious. Yeah, Whistling Rounds reduces melee defense and attack. By carving deliberate grooves in the bullets, a piercing wail can be created as they pass through the air, disorienting the target. I'd love to see Whistling Rounds be added to
Our Supremacy.
maybe your Iron Hail guns to make them... Since Iron Hail guns have really kind of suffered with the other units gaining blunderbusses. Armies province-wide. So it's not faction-wide, which does make it a little less powerful. But still, it like makes it so securing Shenyang is very easy. So it's everyone in local and adjacent regions. So it should be for our lords and heroes, but we guess it's not giving it to our lords for some reason. And only some of the heroes. Probably not the legendary ones, because they're counting as something else in the coding for some reason. This guy has the 2 turns before it upgrades. We could upgrade High Chai's Contemplation Gardens. Let's pull up into here. Vertigo for the upgrades for Shangwu. What do we gotta wait? 8,000. Well, that's what we're doing. Wait, no, Shangwu is in the Celestial Lake? The Riverlands, I mean? Here we just have the Palace of Scrolls for Yuanbo. No, we don't need that. Not yet. We do need the Moonwood Lumberyard. Yes, please. It'll give us a +1 to yen action-wide. How intriguing. 6 turns before the Lee Temple upgrades. We have so many provinces, it makes it hard to upgrade them all. So they'll probably want to wait on the Warpstone Desert. It's gonna take a long, long time. Even with pretty well maxed out growth. We can swap over to... I don't think there's any actual growth options for Cathay. No, there's not. Okay, then let's do some saving. Yeah, let's do some saving.
Fire
Whoa,
metal.
we just punch the gold out of these guys. Come here, Gouger.
Retribution is nigh.
We also need to pick the Wujing's next compass direction. We did run. Well, see, that makes things spicy. I can reach you, though, so not too spicy. Alright, well, let's just keep transferring it back and forth between the Wrath and the Great Bastion. This is blasting everyone beyond the wall. I prefer to have the extra replenishment, though. Blink.
Zhao Ming, Celestial General.
We can reach. How scary is Amble Peak? Actually has quite a few defenders, but thankfully, no real wall. Except for in Huglug.
Now why? Stop that!
A lot of trolls, but if I focus the right units, we're good. We're in good shape.
Serve from the front. Move fast. Cross rivers swiftly.
Ask Zhao Ming.
The celestial black.
He really wouldn't be helping.
Do not ask this of me.
I'm gonna ask whatever
I'll fight
I
from the
want.
front.
He's not gonna join Zhao. That's unfortunate. We have to go into March.
Stay vigilant. Avoid
And get a little bit closer. We need the reinforcements. Well, not being at full health here is going to be unfortunate, but I didn't see that many artillery outside of the one rock lava. Another rock lava coming in from these guys, and then the big one. How about if we break them here? That should be the majority of Grimgor's army. We haven't met Grimgor himself, which is scary. But when we meet him, we'll bonk him on the head. Same as everyone else. Alright, well this loads up since we have this many orcs coming after us. It's high time I jump up and go grab my... Oh good, they're all reinforcing from bad spots. I'll go grab me some more coffee and be right back. Alright, I return. Let's start the bullet. So thankfully this is a choke point battle. They could choose to go around this way. Very small area they could sneak through here. But I think we can force them the direction we want pretty effectively. Let's go
Wind and fire!
rockets into the woods.
Stone and steel!
Thoughts in
Cannons in
harmony.
front.
Cannons!
Wind and fire!
There we go. Green Guardian here. Zhao Ming and the Alchemist ready to buff up our artillery crews. Let's make sure they're not all the way in the woods, though.
Sun Yang's faithful.
Main force here. Right. They do have the one artillery piece, which means we do need to set our Jet Lion to go in and hunting, at least trying to set it to shooting itself.
Dragon God.
Alright, bring them back a little bit further. We'll let them have the high ground more or less.
In Father's name!
Grab our infantry, missiles, and then the fast movers and get this battle going.
And the cannon!
Their artillery can't quite reach.
Dragon
Means we'll want to advance ours as they come on up towards us too. Alright, sweet, let's do it.
Metal and fire!
Make you all stronger, make you have poison shots, advance.
Dragon God.
The path of iron!
We're gonna pull away from our artillery.
Praise the dragon.
Makes sense to me. Wait for your reinforcements to show up.
God. With joy. All is
So here quick
possible.
like. Like a wand of it's gonna increase how long it takes for me to transform. Whoops. I mean they could choose to go for the full surround. I just don't think it's gonna go well for him. I have you not throwing anything at anyone yet, so let's just kinda hang out nearby. Dragon form for Zhao Ming.
Win! Atomize them!
Sorceress outcast.
Final transmutation in here looks pretty good. Rock lavas can enjoy a bit of their own rock.
Epic out.
Repositioning! I will bring order. Jade warriors! Move in formation!
Bring the rest of the warriors into formation as soon as they show up. Blind Lance battery up front here, the other one on this side, Celestial Lions to go fly up front, and then our artillery can just gonna hang out here. Great. Now all of you pretty much just need to be on guard mode. Except for you there, Lion. You guys can join up with Group 1. Oh no. No, my Lions. Oh, and my my Alchemist. Thankfully she's running. Hopefully she manages to get on back. Lost our micro a little bit there. Come on, Lions. No. Bring the Lions away. Come on. Where's Zhao Ming at? You stay here. Keep fighting. The Lions are gonna make it. All right. Well, let's go after their artillery then. Let's make sure this is this suffers. Lost our Lions. Thankfully, the Alchemist made it back, as did the Jet Lion. Really, that's very cheeky of you.
Cavalry.
Bring our cavalry to stop that. Alchemist can get behind our line, please.
Where I will.
Zhao Ming getting clobbered their artillery. Good, good. Go to this work point once more. Go ahead and get those power, that recharge going. Good grief. And we shoot our own longbows so often.
Vanguard! Move as wind!
Cannons, can you just go ahead and delete groups of trolls before they get close? That would be glorious. Zhao Ming, I want you to go after that war boss.
Crane gunners.
Crane guns, you're really not going to get much use over there, so let's go ahead and bring the whole group around here. With infinite pride. Alright, rock lobas are back. Let's hunt down that Gabo war boss for me. Blast the fire through all of these orcs. Get a little bit of a better cast there. Go wheat. His miscast actually cleared him a little bit of space, too. Alright, artillery, what are you doing? Just need to keep the rocket batteries off fire at will. Cannonball, here's your new target. Want him down. Cavalry, what are you doing? Get over here. Come those black orcs. Let's go ahead and have the... Oh, you can't reflect the Ragnarok's missiles back at him? How unfortunate. Kill this war boss. You got this. Battle turtle has come up the hill a little ways. Good work there, rockets. You go ahead and hump them down as well. Battle turtle, we're actually going to go ahead and need you to catch them for a moment.
Clearing the way. Thoughts in harmony.
Fire here. Looks like they're going to get caught by this group of biggins. Help them out as much as we can. Rockets, you keep firing on in. Please don't stop moving. Oh boy. Back behind our line. Yeah, they're going all in on going after our artillery. Land here, get this Ragnarok. Those back at them. Come on now, you're not gonna let me target them. Where's my other alchemist at? Poison shots here. Can't miscast. Let's just go for a single. I'll make scare off this lad next. Divine Tortoise, just keep running.
Celestial General.
Oh, crane guns. Why'd you advance? You big dumbs. You told us to, boss. What do you mean? Fire here, crossbows. Fire archers. This war boss is so brave. All four of you here fire. We're losing all of our artillery. Yeah, they went hard on that flank. Lions did a pretty terrible job. They did lock them down for a moment. Let's get these guys flying back around. Alchemist, here's a good shot. Metal for you. Firecrackers, where are you guys at? Go ahead and switch targets. Just rotate them this way. So many of the enemy, though, is coming back behind our line. Bring the rocket battery and such back. Dragon Guard, you stay here. Save the Green Guardian. Where's your equipment? Theirs is broken completely, so fall back into the woods. New target. They've got a mid case of 1 at a time minus, so we should be able to pull things back from here. But man, I got a little bit disorganized. Units you can actually be useful to one another. Snipe those black orcs, as I was saying. Here comes those gobos. They're fleeing back behind our line and coming on back. Chop them down, you can go help. Bacon's got crunched, Ragnarok got crunched. Nice, Zhao Ming. Out of dragon mode, so we can use all your good spells. Alchemist, you go ahead and move up. Let's catch this smelling pump wagon dead. You go ahead and fall back, shoot your Rocketeer. We need more rockets where we can. Take down those pump wagons. Large target should be pretty easy for us to snipe. Poison attacks on Zhao Ming. We're going to lose more of the rocket battery crews. Turn and fire. Good grief. Zhao Ming weaken their armor as much as they can. They push right through into our crossbows in the back line. Everyone turn and fire. They're just trying to disrupt as many of them as they can. Alright, Lions, we need you guys back over here quickly. Roman, let's go get rid of these archers. Fall back a bit here. We can use their melee to deal with those orcs, no problem. Missile boys advance. Rain guns, I need you to snipe something large. We need it now. Scared them off once more. Got me, you come on back. Doom Dragons, I need you to come step up to these biggins. Get them back up in the air. Burn and fire your lances there and battle turtles. Keep them moving into us. Extra damage for all of our missiles. Use that roar to scare them off. Do the same thing over here. There we go. Use those lance batteries to do the same damage to these guys. Fly up and over. Oh, the big ones back here just chucking stuff at us. Rockets turn to fire here. Green Guardian, if you can go cut down the big end, that'd be awesome. Advance. Now make the march towards them. These rocket crews got caught out. Poison attacks quickly, like. Hold the line. Go wall of wind and fire back through here.
Bringing harmony.
I know I didn't have my rocket crews. Where are they all at? Rocket crews, you boys need to get well away from the fighting.
Warrior crossbows.
This way.
Getting rid of this shaman will go a long ways towards just winning here. Roman have hunted them all down. Most of the enemy is shattered. Go out to the back line.
Warrior crossbow.
Righteous Lances, go ahead and hunt down this Shaman.
Elemental rock.
Don't forget your duty. Rockets, what are you guys doing so far forward?
They will perish.
We've got a lot of units not being utilized here. They're dropping the bombs. Now, truthfully, surprised that they're still willing to keep going. Testament to the scrappiness of this fight. One back. We need to bring more of the crossbow teams forward. Train guns, you guys need to at least come and take the hill. Got to.
We obey.
Fire on these guys. Looks like the Lord is about to run. Do we have any cats nearby? Even if not, scare one away. There it is, with the ball of their leader. They run for the hills. Although Piggins gotta disintegrate away, does he? Maybe let's not fire directly into friendly lines. Divine Lance Battery, you come over here. That almost got bad. More cavalry is what we need for Zhao Ming. The Crowmen are great, but something a little bit more chunky. I'm surprised he's actually able to throw stuff through there. Go ahead and pull everything else back, though we're not getting hit. We'll hunt down other units of greenskins. Do what you can. We'll speed things up. Hide in the woods, there's no reason to take damage from the rogue idol there. Is it healing as we go? Looked like it was healing. Zhao Ming absolutely does heal, so we can come in and fight it no problem. Drop that armor. Get yourself more damage. Yeah, only having one spell in dragon form is a scam when Yuan gets Talons of Night. Yuan, I think, gets Talons of Night and... no, he doesn't get Talons of Night. He gets Comet of Cassadora, which is insane. So I think Zhao Ming needs to be able to have at least Constellation of the Dragon or... Excuse me, Zhao. Get up. You're embarrassing me in front of my wizard friends. Constellation of the Dragon or even... The Final Transmute sounds good. The Constellation or Final Transmutation. He needs something more than just Dragon's Breath, which is absolutely 0 armor piercing. It finally breaks. Well done, Zhao Ming. Can't wait till we're fighting a battle that's not in Ogre Mountains, as we say in the Mountains of Morn. They seem to be always really set up for the attacker. Or at least both sides don't have good artillery options. DLC power creep. Yeah, it's that, and I think they had a little bit of a different mentality when they were making Total War Warhammer 3 initially. It was the same one they had with Total War Warhammer 2, where they wanted all of the factions for each race to play exactly the same, with very minor differences. So you can see they've changed that mentality more recently, where they've gone back in and they're trying to retroactively make factions in the same race feel different and play differently, which I think is a very, very good change in philosophy here. Because yeah, you're absolutely the power creep is going to happen naturally, especially since they didn't do anything special with a lot of the base game factions. Oh, fair. The Icket Claw campaigns and such can be quite But when you're playing them, it's much more imbalanced when you're in control. But you can say that for a lot of the mechanics, where the AI just doesn't know how to use them properly or isn't given access to them properly. You are able to actually specialize things in the ways that you want, and it just makes it naturally more powerful. Although your player is perfectly capable of dealing with Ikit Claw as the Free LC Bretonian faction, so power creep does exist with DLC, but I think it's more because of the way that they were their initial design philosophy for all their factions. It was a big hindrance there. Oh, we did end up losing. Yeah, we ended up losing our Jade Lion, but nothing else, which I think is fantastic. We'll go ahead and venerate.
They shall find Whoopstone.
Problem is now we're a little bit, like you were saying earlier on, we're a little bit overextended. But if we can take down this next group, unless Grimgor is up here in Azorn, we are at least in the clear to replenish for a turn. None of his big important cities are down here. They're all up here. Yeah, Ying is holding the Bastion like a champion though. Just need Gelt to get involved. 4 more turns before we can do anything good here at Hanyu Port. We'll go for the Jade Dragon's Edict for a little bit more control. Shenyang, we're gonna have a lot longer to wait. Yukio, I just point out to show that modders aren't the messiah always made out to be. They're great, but they're not perfect. Yeah, no, they're gives and takes with both modders and the game itself. But they work very well in concert to make something quite a bit more fun than otherwise. 2 more turns here on this one. I'm trying to get everything that is just landmark, but don't have too many of those left. And a lot of the other ones that are landmark worthy are being held by Balthazar. Go ahead and upgrade Shangwu here. Gold producing building in Hanyu Port sounds good. Okay, quick look at our caravan routes, which are all still incredibly dangerous. And not only is the route dangerous, most of them are held by, at least the ending routes, the ending destinations are held by enemies. We could try to get our way through to Nuln. That way traveling through the worst of Grimgor's territory, so we still have to wait.
Double the practice drills.
The Iron Dragon.
Content that is just as unbalanced and buggy as the main game. Listen, I don't want to argue modders are great. We will agree to disagree. Like I said, there are gives and takes with both. Because without CA, there would be no base game for the modders to work on in the first place. Zhao Ming. Got unyielding already. Your aim is just too good to not have, even if you're really going for a mainly
Ruler of
hammer and
the
anvil
Sky
army.
Road.
Because the anvil works out even if it is not buffed up that much. Whereas your missiles can always use extra, especially if it's bonus range.
Celestial General.
Yeah, they do make great things. Indeed. Most of them.
Humility in
There are
all
definitely
things.
the ones that go for strictly making Marathi thicker, and other things like that, which, maybe not so important.
First among warriors.
Guinness Golden Hound. Actually, Guinness Golden Hound is great. I like Plague of Frost more for dropping armor on a big chunky target. We can finish them off with crossbows quite quickly. Watched by the Watcher. Reveals units. That I care about not as much as the Celestial Quivers. Lightless Colossus, Silent Guardian. Upkeep production's pretty nice. Yeah, we'll come back to these because they're just more like win more abilities. More ammunition and bonus damage for bows sounds perfect. 52 in the Grace of Kuai Yin.
The Iron Dragon.
Ooh, see now that's not good.
Celestial General.
As long as you're close to Zhao Ming,
Day. But let us avoid hubris.
let us avoid hubris. Alright, well we put ourselves in a bad spot there, but we can hopefully
Celestial General.
threaten
City Command.
Grimgor. Nah, we can't get any further in. Okay, well, we'll end the turn and see how things play out then. Get ourselves in a little bit of a bad spot.
This victory is not mine, but all Cathay's.
The Iron
Watching Grimgor's
Wind
turn with
will
trepidation.
strip the flesh from your bones.
You want peace?
Ice.
I have no other enemies. Ignore this. I have no other enemies. Get out of here, you peace treaty. They do run. You know, see that? That's beautiful. Exactly what I want to see. It's harmony of stone and steel. The winds blow ill and your soldiers suffer a great imbalance. I'll just give them some yogurt. They rage as possessed, claiming to see enemies all around, screeching to dispense the Emperor's justice. Herbalists claim to have an even glimpsed flickering flames behind their eyes. Construction cost reduction by 80% is great. We're going to go ahead and force them to meditate. That way we have a lot of extra charge bonus. Go meditate on your rage. Udif was discovered ambushing. How did you get a full army again? You absolute nub. I ran off into the woods here and I found some bowls. Mutated them. It is said that each stone sentinel sings a constant divine song of purification, sadly inaudible to all those not born of dragon blood. It's a little bit dystopian, isn't it? Corruption reduction because of the singing constantly, more armor and speed for all of our lions. Well, see, this is a problem. Can you hunt him down? He's like, I'm not a war with the Beastman.
On guard.
Dragon-blooded Shogunga.
It benefits the Empire.
Benefits the invasion. Can you reach
Feet of fire.
Maugate Perk?
Join me.
We'll move down there. Zhao the Comet.
Instrument of the
More
divine.
spellcasters we can send out to be a scout. Love to, we don't have any.
Get out of my mind. Rest.
Rock Dog Zhao, you move on in.
The celestial.
I feel like we're gonna have to fight this one to take minimum casualties, so we'll just come on in here real quick and bomb this garrison and claim the settlement for Zhao Ming. Need the heals. I think I'm gonna go now. Can't follow a live stream at this moment. Happy to have watched some more battles. Have a good one. You as well, Just Yes. Good to see you. Hope you feel a little bit better going forward here. Oh, well, this makes it perfectly easy. They won't come out of their settlement. We just blast them to bits with our spells and crossbows. Rely fully on Zhao Ming's heals. Right then.
Wind and fire!
Our one cannon and one firing rocket.
Rocket
Do your stuff. We'll have all of our jade crossbows. Almost retread over the walls to start. We'll group them up. Shield warriors in front of them. Slide a little slow and steady our way in here. Longer riders go off for anyone that gets too spicy, which I highly doubt. You two get close to the artillery so we can set them up.
Shaper of
for success. Right, glorious. Green Guardian. Much easier to buff them up if there's not very many of them.
Fatality unleashed.
Dragon Guard.
Right, we'll just advance to how far we need to start shooting at their units up front here. Great cannons, we'll go ahead and have you knock over this platform. That would be glorious. Rocket battery, do the same.
Iron Dragon!
They're all gonna come back here. See if I can't bounce it. Get it back through all.
Unleashed!
Oh, it's too late. There is no running. Only the void. All wind and fire. Very good against your basic orcs.
I will. Feng
Nice. Step a little bit further. Forward. You crossbows, watch you can fire on these arrow boys.
The Emperor.
And you do the same.
Warrior crossbows.
Restore order.
Zhao Ming, go hit the barricade. Reinforcements have arrived. Welcome, lads. All of our warriors are going to stay outside for a bit of a rest and relaxation. Crane guns forward, rockets forward. Did we lose one of our crossbow teams? Oh, now we're a disorganized mess.
Dragon Guard.
Disorganized mess.
Father!
Shen Yang's faithful.
Rotate ever so slightly. Look at all of them blobbed up here. Firecracker rockets. Bring the lions off to the side here. Move you lot. That way you're not getting in the way.
Marching as one.
March in order the ranks.
Reflect their arrows back at them. Zhao Ming is busy fisticuffing with everyone up front here. I don't think that you would decide to run a little bit faster than that, but guess not. We've got you to go after a group of archers over here. Let those air boys down with a quickness.
Seeking Cathay's foes.
Crossbows, your new target is these trolls.
Hey, warriors.
Iron Wind!
Zhao Ming is handling like a boss. We'll go ahead and throw this wall of wind and fire out the row because it looks like they're sitting several of the orc boys up. Like, scare them off quickly. Dragon mode Zhao Ming.
Of the element!
Wolverine is the jet lion round.
Warrior crossbows.
Celestial General.
Give these guys the resistance because that's guaranteed who those arrow boys are going to fire on. And just in case they do decide to get froggy, it's going to hit them in the face. Zhao Ming, there's a captain to hunt down. Bring these murder turtles on in too. They're having a good time blasting from the outskirts. Are they hitting each other? I bet they are. Zhao Ming, before you land, throw some improvised explosives at them. Dragon created IEDs. Get them. Or sit there and stare at them. There it goes. Did no damage. I'd also like to see a change in the orcs where their gobos are not the ones that show up as the captain. Because groups of orcs tend to despise goblins. Unless they've proven they're bigger and badder in some way. Firing rocket, what on earth are you up to?
Move in formation.
One for the blood god, boss.
Marching as one.
Get them out of there.
Immediately.
Almost through this gate.
They will
Move after these biggins. They're gonna rue the day. Another case of I'm surprised they're still fighting. Divine Lance battery's accurate. Alright, Zhao Ming, got these more boys to deal with next. Didn't quite reach the top. Barricade down. You think you're dealing with him, but then you can go for the blend him up, and now everyone around him's doomed. Yeah, it needs to be you guys. All that confidence for no reason. Fall back a little bit here.
Praise the dragons! Crossbowmen!
Warriors, don't get any closer, because I'm not trying to have you guys get shot to pieces by our own rocket barrage. They got smooshed. Even if we miscast, it's gonna do more damage to them than Zhao Ming. Alright, I think that broke their backs and their spirits. Normally, you gotta pay extra for that. Victory. And now we'll find out that Grimgor and like 3 or 4 stacks are sitting right behind, ready to deliver us a sucker punch we won't ever forget. It tried. Not today. And that's why I went for I've been going for the quick saves every single time here. Running the mods that aren't updated is risky business. I will say from my own testing here that OVN Lost World will often cause quite a bit of slowdown in your load times. So normally my load times they're not the fastest, but they're not bad. But when we have OVN on it, it does take quite a bit longer. So something to keep note of for your own. I do also experience quite a few more frame drops at the same time. So it adds all of those lovely models on in and all the VFX that come with them. It just does slow your system down if it's not top of the line. We'll go ahead and just loot and occupy the Amber Peak. And if I can, we'll come on in and immediately try to get extra replenishment rate. And neither yin nor yang help out with replenishment, but being in balance, it does upkeep. That's not bad. Don't care about repairing the main settlement though. Keep Zhao next too. Might have this Gate Master try to assassinate the Grisly Murderer.
A knife for their
Well done.
Gate Master.
Gotta make sure you enunciate there, my friend.
The Iron Dragon.
Final Transmutation is doing a lot of damage. Does he get bonuses to the Final Transmutation? Yes, he does. So wins magic cost for the upgraded variant. It costs a little bit less, and our cooldown is heaps less too. So yes, it shows the Final Transmutation there on the Master of Metal. It's probably as soon as you get this, it should add both of these spells to your casting pool while in dragon form.
For the Imperial family.
Because Miao Ying has her healing spells too, like Earthblood while she's in dragon form, I'm pretty sure. I know she has Talons of Night, which is very strong.
With that, I will
My
lead
desk,
more
apologies.
effectively.
We'll go ahead and scoot. I want Zhao behind. I don't want anyone starting the fight with him. Got Ublug here, and Marcus still hasn't declared war on the Orcs. He does not wish to be useful.
And so shall the war. Celestial General.
Alright, pull our Astromancer out, go do a bit of exploring. So if there's any armies that are over here at the Firemouth Temple or further up, so we'll go ahead and bring the
General of
Comet.
Celestial host.
leave him where he's at. We'll have her advance into an ambush. G1, you come back into the Comets crew.
Can be woven.
Serve from the front.
In fact,
Allocate shifts as required.
I've changed my mind. We'll come on in here and see if we can grab some units from Zhao or from Miao Ying. Already got 2 great cannons and 1, so maybe we come on back down to the Golden Order and try to grab returns for the land ship. We also need 40 allegiance points. But Hellstorm rocket batteries. Give me 1 more war wagon for the time being.
I expect loyalty, efficiency, and harmony.
Does it only take 1 turn? I don't want to recruit anything through global. It's going to take more than that. So we'll simply grab a couple more peasant archers. Oh yes, then we'll have to trade out what we can in Zhao Ming, so probably a lot of the Jade Warriors will get replaced with Cathay and Ogres. That'll be fun. Gold generated at the Baleful Hills. Chimai HI. Further fixing control in Mount Lee sounds very useful. And we'll zoom on back over to the Lords who haven't moved.
Attention.
And Zhao's, he's replenishing. Leave him alone. Good job being a Cathayan Vanguard in the Mountains of Morn. I might like to see something with the Mountains of Morn change, where maybe if you're not ogres, even if you are, you have chances of being attacked by roving bands of beasties. Don't have to make them super crazy roving bands of beasties, but just kind of show you that the critters themselves in the area are against you. So maybe have a few rogue armies that are just nothing but like Saber Tusk pack, and then maybe a Stonehorn for the late game. You just gotta have to hunt them down. Gives the ogres something to do, gives them more meat, and gives them a little bit of gold too. Some experience, which they really need against Grimgor. Of course, anyone can take advantage, but Mountains of Morn, I think Alpha Laura needs to do the same thing with Dryads. We have kind of armies of tree spirits that try to stop you.
I must make the Emperor noticeable.
Okay, so if we push up into the Valley of Horns, we've got Tretch and Morphage down here, which we really don't want to deal with right now. What we'll do is we'll come on out with Zhao Ming.
Let us retire.
Let us retire. They and ogres have no shields. So are these just ogre bulls that look a little bit different? Yeah, they're ogre bulls with dual weapons. They probably have some Cathayan weaponry. I mean, yeah, we'll go ahead and grab one. In fact, we'll go ahead and grab 2 of them. Let's replace. Before I replace them.
Humility in all things.
Over here, like so. Grab the unit of the elite Jade Warriors. Take these guys out since we have to have a spot for Zhao.
Defender of Grand Cathay, you have much to learn.
You have much to learn. Getting rid of the bandits of the Silver Road wouldn't be a bad call either.
The sky roll.
1 more set of Cathayan ogres for Zhao Ming.
Lord of the Jade Swan.
And good, we do have the Lord of Shangyang. So we had, after starting our Zhao Ming campaign, he actually had come on in and changed him up a little bit with the recent change to the ogres, so kind of a smaller patch. He has got a lot better of abilities for the ogres. So all your mercenaries are going to have more weapon strength, missile strength by 20% for all of your armies, Guardian for ogre mercenaries for all your armies, and everything else is kind of the exact same. But only he gets to benefit from having the upkeep production from ogre mercenaries. I don't believe these guys count as mercenaries, though, which is unfortunate. They're actual Cathayan units. Get more replenishment rate for the Shrine of Yen. Perfect. Excellent.
My ancestors require it.
For Grand Cathay.
I want to advance, but there's really no telling where Grimgor is.
Traverse the high ground.
Alright, we'll have you drop into an ambush.
Victory is unbecoming,
But necessary.
First among warriors.
That way we can threaten either the Yeti Peak or the Blood Peak.
The Lord Magistrate stands ready.
Alright, well, the beastmen are somewhere.
Most thoughtful strategy.
Most thoughtful strategy. Here, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and combine up these two stones. Get an alchemist's mask. That's actually pretty good. Opal amulet as well for ward save whenever you need it. A lion whisper and a water snake breeder. We can go ahead and give you metallurgy. Let's say poison. Things don't have a natural ability to get poison attacks very often, so we can give that to all of our cannons or rocket batteries and force the enemy to slow down further. Hey, Master, we definitely want to go all in on Blade Shield. 75 defense. And then what we'll do with this army is we'll step out.
Tactical advantage.
And we can't ambush because we're too close to probably another army. When in view of another I wonder if the beastmen are nearby.
We must replenish.
Is this them here? Where you at, beastmen? Alright, well, watch. We're gonna come out of this in camp stance and get immediately ambushed. Well, that's bizarre. Just stay there for now, then. You and the Watcher should be pretty effective at holding the line.
What's their life?
Go ahead and replace this with the replenishment building. Help keep our logistics up as we move through the territory, and we have 9 turns. Man, it's going to take a long time. 2 turns here at Han Port, though. Alright, over here at Fuchao, we can't upgrade the port, so we gotta wait. I'm gonna snag the Yin. No, I'm not. Take the scaffold demote, and we'll go ahead and save some cash. Won't go for any upgrades there. As we continue to clear through the mountains of Morn, much safer for our caravans. Of course, until we have to deal with the Skaven first or peace out with them, but all in due time. There is no peace for the Skaven, though. I mean, the Empire's following us through the mountains here. We're acting as a very good escort, but they're not doing a lot of helping us against the Greenskins. They've got their own troubles. And at least we're being very good at ambushing.
Servant of ignorance.
Where are the Greenskins?
Servant of the dragons.
And what they're all building up down here. Well, there's another. They've just claimed more territory over here, so this is likely where they're at. Interesting. All right, well, let's kind of press towards their actual capital then.
Enforce the dragon's will.
Move on to Blood Peak. Here's Ublug and Smallbits.
War is upon us.
Dragon-blooded
How far up into the Yeti Peak can we reach? Not very.
There is merit in this.
But I'm still going to try to catch them.
has
So what she's going to do is come up in an ambush stance this direction. Right against the wall gives you 70%.
Battle is nigh.
I'm going to take down the Blood Peak here with an auto-resolve.
Marching to war.
And I'm going to sack it and see how the anthill is disturbed after we just kicked it.
Leader of men.
You march back
March
into
with
friendly
me.
territory for some heals.
Travel
I
with
want to stay as
readiness.
far over here as we can.
Descended from celestial glory.
Right, one more turn until we have those Cathayan ogres.
Celestial general.
Yeah, let's just put you into the
Soldiers,
rock, the Amble
Take
Peak.
up positions.
Ooh, it's time for Celestial Dragon crossbows. Let's go ahead and get rid of these bandits.
Nothing personal. Only logistics.
Only business. Instead, we'll grab some Dragon Breath Gunners. I think we can do so through
Loyal novices are better
Global
than
for fairly
uncertain
cheap.
veterans.
Fire and metal.
Alright. Alright, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pass out a few more skill points here, but I think it's a good time to call the stream as we're leaving our way
You
through
would turn
Grimgore's
down
territory.
such weapon-
I will have one of both Age of Wonders and Total War Warhammer next week. Age of Wonders is we're going to be starting with Thorgrim's stream, and if we achieve victory fast enough, or if we lose, then we'll be transferring right back over to the Miao Ying campaign. So we'll have that being the earlier one we do in the week, and then later on, probably Friday like today, we'll come back here for Zhao Ming. Thank you all so much for dropping by today's stream. It's been a ton of fun. I hope to see you all in the next one.